Highlights from the high school baseball and softball season on KEGR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. 1-0 pitch, Blitzbentine lifts a high fly ball. This is to left center field, and that ball is gone. Carver Blitzbentine with a 2-run home run. They've sent 4 up and 4 have scored. It is 4-0 Bulldogs in the lead. 1-0 pitch, and he lines that down the left field line out of the reach of the third baseman Kerr on the inside. Scoring from second base will be Radiloff. They'll wave around Keel all the way from first. He'll score standing up. Ben Cranbeer is 4 for 4, and get this, has 7 RBIs in the ball game now. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and lifts that ball into shallow right field. It's a base hit, falls in front of Willie, and then it scoots by her. Scoring from third is Ostrander. Sodawasser waved around from second. She'll score standing up. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs for Carly Willie. The pitcher helps herself out, and the Eagles lead 3-1. 3-1 pitch, and Sharpless a high fly ball. This is to center field. Ostrander on the run. It's over her head, hits the top of the fence. It's extra bases. Kennecker waved around from third. They put the brakes on late. Into second base is Blair Sharp with a double, 2 RBIs, and it's 9-6. Warriors back within 3. So here's the 1-2 pitch, and here's a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. Paulus looks, and that ball is gone. It is Katie Batterson hitting her first home run of the season. It's a 2-run shot, and the pitcher helps herself out. They lead 6-0. So Marin Gall gets new life. And she lines that ball into right field, right at Curtis. It's going to scoot right by her. It's going to roll towards the fence. It's extra bases. 2 runs will score. Alvis scores. Hofer waved around from third. She'll score. Gall goes into third base. It is a stand-up triple and 2 RBIs. And just like that, it's 12-3. The Vikings have the 10-run limit standing at third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, and Munger swings through the changeup. Strikeout number 15 by Eckelceder. And it's out number 2 here in the 7th inning. Welcome to the postseason on KCTN FM 100. It's the start of the Class 1A baseball tournament tonight on KCTN, and our featured matchup, Edco takes on Keyhigh. The Vikings come in with a record below 500, but that includes a handful of close losses. They hope to change their fortune tonight. For Keyhigh, 20-plus wins. This is a team that has plans once again for a deep tourney run. They plan on beginning that tonight. It's Edco and Keyhigh, the Class 1A district opener. Tonight's On Deck show coming up next on KCTN FM 100.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Looking for a hassle-free banking experience this summer? Look no further than People State Bank. With our mobile check deposit feature, you can bank on the go from anywhere under the sun. Deposit checks using the People State Bank app and your smartphone's camera. Simply endorse the check with your signature, the words "for mobile deposit only," and your account number. Deposit done in seconds, leaving you with more time to enjoy the sunshine. Experience the freedom of banking at your fingertips with People State Bank. Download our app today and make this summer one to remember. People State Bank, member FDIC.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Edco baseball coach Aaron Hamann. Coach, your team finished up the regular season 5-17. The tough Tri Rivers went 2-12. Dropped a conference decision to Midland 8-4. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, that was a 4-4 ball game in the fifth inning again. And, you know, we were trying to save some pitching, obviously, for the postseason. So had some different guys on the mound and had a bad inning, gave up a few runs and not able to overcome that. But you know, that's kind of been our story all season long. We've been in a lot of close ball games. We took Alburnett in a 2-2 ball game to the sixth inning and lost it in the seventh. You know, we've been very competitive and just haven't been able to get over the hump on some of those close ball games.
All right, let's talk about offensively. Who are some of the kids contributing for you offensively?
Well, things have been going through Price Rodford for most of the year. You know, he kind of set the table for us as the leadoff guy. We've been able to move him down with eighth grader Jack Steger, able to get on base and kind of set the table for us. And another great competitor for us has been Caden Cole. He's come on really strong here, second highest batting average on the team, had a home run down at Springville. So those three guys, and then you throw Kyler Cole, who's been able to put the ball in play. Bennett Steger's been able to put the ball in place. We really feel confident in those top 5-6 positions of being able to at least get to the ball in play and put some pressure on the defense.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Who do you look to start in this ball game tonight?
Well, we have everyone available, but I think we're going to probably start with Price Rodford. We'll miss his speed in the outfield, but I think defensively behind him we play very well. He keeps guys off balance. If he gets into trouble, we've got eighth grader Jack Steger who can throw, very similar to Price. And then Caden Cole, who also has a lot of off-speed, gives us a different look, so we could go to him if we need to as well.
All right, turning our attention to Keyhi, what do you know about the Hawks?
Well, Keyhi plays in that Upper Iowa Conference, who is a little down this year. I think they ended up second or third in that conference. They still are a solid baseball team. I don't think they have the power numbers like they've had in years past where they're going to overwhelm you with doubles, triples, lots of big RBIs, but they are going to put the ball in play. They're going to make the defense make plays. I think they're going to bunt us. They're going to try to hit and run us, put some pressure on the base paths. So I think it's going to be important for our pitchers to keep them off the bases so we don't have to deal with all those different scenarios.
All right, you mentioned one of the keys. What are some of the other keys in the ball game for your team?
Well, I think for us, offensively, we need to put the ball in play. We've had games this year, even close ball games, where we've had double-digit strikeouts offensively, and we've left a lot of guys on base. So offensively, we have to get those guys on base first of all, but then somebody has to put the ball in play and try to drive those runs in. I think our young guys have to play solid like they have all year long. Hopefully the moment isn't too big for them. We start a couple of eighth graders on a regular basis, so they've got a lot of regular season experience, but they haven't been in this postseason, this pressure situation, so hopefully they live up to that moment.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
You betcha. Edco baseball coach Aaron Hamann on his Viking program. The On Deck show continues after this.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative. your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by KAR Auto Group. We continue the On Deck Show for tonight's game. We're joined by Key High Baseball coach Jim Moss. Coach, your team finishing up the regular season 24-10 with a non-conference victory over Janesville 8-4. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, we've been offensively, we've been kind of struggling throughout the year, and we've been relying on our pitching and defense, and our offense is finally starting to come around here the last week and a half. And I thought we hit very, very well against Janesville. Pretty solid pitching from them, but I thought our sticks were up to the challenge, and we got an early lead, and then we changed pitchers, and our pitching clutched up for us and kind of kept them at bay. They did get a late home run late in the game to kind of get it within reach, but offensively getting out to that early lead was huge for us.
All right, let's talk about this team offensively. Who are some of the kids that have been contributing for you offensively?
Well, Cam Lynn was a third-team All-State third baseman last year, and our offense, we jump on his back, and if he goes, we go. And he has been going for us the last couple of weeks, and we get him going, and then other pieces fall into place. So Cam's our horse, and if he goes, we get other guys going.
All right, and who are some of those other kids that have been contributing for you then?
Yeah, Braden Darling. He bats right behind Cam. He's clutched up for us and had some big hits. Trey Cota, he's probably been the most consistent hitter in our lineup. He's only a freshman, and nothing phases him. He has an approach every single time he goes up to the plate. He sprays the baseball. He can bunt a little bit. He's got decent speed. So he's been Mr. Consistent. Carter Seitz and Jordan Cota are both guys that are very capable and usually clutch up for us when we need a big hit. And then Caleb Droppy, our leadoff hitter, he does a little bit of everything. He's also been fairly consistent, been in the top of our lineup the entire year. And then I think our biggest surprise is probably Andrew Kalshrud is the senior for us. He's really made strides from last year to this year. Just well-rounded once we're going, and we're looking forward for more consistency out of our offense hitting the postseason tomorrow.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise and who's going to start for you in the ball game.
Yeah, we're going to go with Dalton Mutterman. We have two, I want to say we have two really good guys, but those guys have been injured most of the year, and we've had other guys step in and contribute. And, we got off to a 17-3 record without our 1 and 2 pitching much for us. And now we're getting those guys back. We like all of our guys, but we do like our first 2-3 guys. We think that they're maybe a step above the other guys, and we're going to ride with Dalton Mutterman. Since he's been back, he's been very consistent, and he's looking like a true ace.
All right, Edco, what do you know about the Vikings?
Well, I don't know a whole lot. They used to be in our conference here, quite a few years ago, and now they're in the Tri-Rivers. I know they got the Rochefort kid, and he looks extremely solid. I would maybe compare him to Cam Lynn if he goes. Probably the other guys go too. I know that they're younger. We haven't faced them in the regular season, but we can go off varsity bound, and we'll do a little bit of scouting within the Tri-Rivers and see if we can't get some more information on them. But I just know when it comes playoff time, I'm more worried about my guys. If we're doing what we're supposed to do, I feel like we're one of the best teams in the state.
All right, so in the ball game tonight, what are the keys to the ball game for your team then?
Yeah. Like it is every year, postseason baseballs, don't give the other team extra outs. Don't give them free passes. If we can make them hit their way on, if we can, if we can limit the damage defensively, don't give them extra outs. We're going to be in good shape. And then obviously you do have to score a couple runs, and our offense has been clicking the last 2 weeks. So if we could put those three phases together, things should work out.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
Key High Baseball coach Jim Moss and his Hawk team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Adverse Weather Insurance. Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. Welcome to New Albin, Shuki Fink Memorial Field. And it's the start of the 1A District 4 Sub-State 4 baseball tournament. Tonight, the Edco Vikings take on Lansing Keyhigh as I'm joined once again by Coach Sass. Here we go. It's tournament time.
It's tournament time. Yeah, you got to win or you're done here now.
Edco comes in 5-17. Meanwhile, Keyhigh comes in a typical Keyhigh team, 24-10. They finished as the third-place team in the Upper Iowa Conference with a record of 13-5. Edco finished in the bottom half of the Tri-Rivers West Conference with a record of 2-12. We start talking about Edco, and this is a young team as we start talking about the Vikings.
Yeah, very young. They're going to need production out of the top of their lineup. Bryce Rochford, we know. He's done it all year. He's a big bat in their lineup, but they're going to need some of their younger kids to step up tonight.
And that's been the story for them. Young kids kind of thrown into the fire, and as we said, it's never good to be a young team, especially in the Tri-Rivers West, but they do have some pieces to certainly build upon, and you mentioned Bryce Rochford. He'll not only be their top hitter coming into this ballgame, but he'll get the start pitching-wise, but let's talk about him offensively. Batting .486 on the season, 6 home runs, and 12 RBIs. He's the all-time career leader home run-wise for Edco.
Yeah, he's one of the better hitters we've seen covering baseball these last few years for sure.
Where they've been getting a lift is from one of those young kids as well, from the leadoff spot in Jack Stanger. He's batting .292. He also has 12 home runs, and that Stanger kid, of course, just a youngster, an 8th grader, and bats leadoff for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a nice piece to have for the future as well.
And as far as also offensively, Caden Cole, and this is what's great. He's a senior. You love that. Senior's out for baseball. He's batting over .460 on the season. He leads the team RBI-wise.
Yep. Again, they're gonna get production out of the top of their lineup. It's just going to be, can they get some out of the bottom?
And that has been the story as a team batting .244. If you take away the averages of Rochford and Cole, it drops considerably below the 200 mark. We mentioned that Bryce Rochford will be getting the start. And this is a case there that he may just be the first arm for Edco in this ball game tonight. Rochford went 2-6 on the season, 39 innings, allowed 42 hits, 15 earned run, walked 9, so not a problem there. Struck out 25, has got an ERA of 2.65, and that's what they're going to ask out of him tonight. Keep them in this ball game. Try to keep the Keyhigh offense down.
Yeah, go as long as he can. If they need to bring in another arm just to kind of switch things up, then they've got that option. But they're going to ask Rochford to lead them tonight and do what he can for
The
them.
second arm coming in may be Jack Steger, the 8th grader, obviously depending how this game goes, and it may be a situation that Edco tries to throw Keyhigh some different looks, maybe a time or two through the lineup. For Keyhigh, we mentioned they are 24-10. Let's start talking about them, and on the mound, it'll be Dalton Mutterman, and his stats scary good as a pitcher.
Yeah, he's got just outstanding control. I think I saw his whip, his walks and hits per inning pitched was .56 or something like that. Ridiculous number.
Yeah, and as far as innings pitched-wise this year, he is throwing a total of 27 innings, allowed 14 hits, 9 earned runs, 1 walk. 1 walk in 27 innings. and 46 strikeouts. So he's averaging about a strikeout and a half per inning. The ERA, 2.33. You mentioned the whip. That's walks and hits per innings pitched, is .56. So he really limits traffic on the base pass.
Yeah, we always talk about how you have to limit those free passes, and boy, he's done it like no one else.
For Key High, kind of a different team offensively this year. It's been a team that's gotten better offensively as the year went on, but normally they have the type of team that causes you problems up and down the lineup. They feel they're getting to that point, but it's been kind of a work in process. But they're led by a senior, Cameron Lind, batting .368 on the season. He has 24 RBIs to lead the Hawks offensively.
Yeah, I think they've got some bats throughout their lineup, but just haven't, all clicked at the same time like sometimes we see with a Key High team.
Yeah, Lind has 24 RBIs, but also, by the way, does Braden Darling, who's actually tied for the lead with 24 RBIs on the season as well. He bats .312 on the season. Andrew Colesrud, another senior, batting .289. He's got 20 RBIs on this senior as a senior. Caleb Droppy, another senior, with 20 RBIs there. The batting average at .276. But Droppy, of course, bats in the leadoff spot for Key High. Jordan Cota bats second, then Carter Seitz bats third. Then they get to Lind and Darling, so those guys have been great table setters.
Yeah, get on base and let Lind and Darling hit you in. That's the game plan here.
This is actually the second game played tonight here at New Albin. In game number 1, Turkey Valley entered the tournament with a record of 10-15. Took on Riceville. Riceville, a nice team, 14-14 on the season. Turkey Valley erupted for 5 runs in the top of the 4th inning to get some breathing room. Built an 8-0 lead at that point, and then Riceville scored a couple of runs late, including 2 in the bottom of the 7th. But Turkey Valley won game number 1 by a final score of 8-3. So it will be Turkey Valley who will await the winner of this ball game Tuesday night. If Key High would win, the game would be here at Key High, but if things change and Edco pulls this upset tonight, then they'd likely have to go to Turkey Valley or a neutral site for the game on Tuesday night.
Yeah, should be a good game. Turkey Valley played a nice game there. They've had some good moments this year. I think we talked off the air earlier. They beat MFL Marmac, a big win for Turkey Valley in that game, so they can do some damage.
And so we're following a number of games tonight. We know that North Fayette Valley opened up against Denver. We plan on trying to get you a final score of that ball game in just a bit. That's in Class 2A. Also in Class 2A tonight, Postville and Waukon. By the way, Denver and North Fayette Valley played at Waukon, and Waukon and Postville playing game number 2 there. And Clayton Ridge Central plays at Cascade, but that game will not start till 7:30 tonight. We will try our best to update you on those ball games in Class 2A. We know, regardless of what happens in this game tonight, we're going to be in Monona on Tuesday night. And it's a doubleheader where the winner of Denver and North Fayette Valley takes on Starmont in game number 1 in the 5 o'clock matchup on Tuesday. And then in game number 2, MFL Marmac awaits the winner of game number 2 there with Waukon and Postville. Or correction, Waukon Postville winner plays Starmont.
Okay.
The Denver and North Fayette Valley winner plays MFL Marmac. And MFL Marmac plays the 7 o'clock game. MFL Marmac is the top seed in that sub-state.
Right, yeah, they're the 1 seed. Starmont's the 2. Yeah, should be a great night in Monona that night.
So again, Starmont plays the winner of Waukon and Postville, and MFL Marmac the winner of Denver and North Fayette Valley. So that's coming up on Tuesday night. Should also pass along that our softball tournament starts Monday night, and it's a matinee affair as Clayton Ridge takes on Starmont in Garnavillo. The on-deck show at 4:30. First pitch is at 5 o'clock, and we will be on KCTN FM 100 throughout the baseball and softball tournaments. Do all the regular season games on KADR AM 1400 and FM 96.7, but jumping on the FM for tournament time tonight. Edco, coming into this ball game, an underdog. Let's talk about what we want to see out of the Vikings in this game first off, Coach.
Yeah, I think like we talked about, Price Rochford's going to have to do a nice job on the mound. And if they have to mix and match arms a little bit to keep Key High off balance, that might be something that they go to. And they're going to need their big bats to come through tonight and then hopefully get a little help from the bottom of the order as well.
Going to have to be a low-scoring game if you're Edco. You're not going to win a ball game that's going to be 8-7 or something like that. It's got to be a low-scoring ball game. You have to manufacture some runs in this ball game. And the big thing for them is making the plays defensively. This Edco team has lost some close games this year. They've been in some ball games. That's been the story of their season, but with the young team just coming up short. But this is where everything's got to line up. You've got to play good defense. You've got to scrape together a couple of runs, and you hope you get an outstanding pitching performance.
Yep, and that's what they're looking for tonight. It's the end of the season. It's time for that youth to grow up, and that's what they're hoping to see tonight.
Meanwhile, for Key High, again, they come into this ball game with those 24 wins. playing probably their best ball. At one point, they were at 17-3 on the season, so they went through a bit of a clunk after the 20 games part, but then finished the regular season strong, including that win over Janesville. This is a case of they want to play Hawk baseball tonight. As Coach Moss said, we're really kind of worried about what we do.
Yeah, and I think that's the key for Key High. You know, they're not going to worry too much about Edco. They know what they can do. They've got some bats up and down the lineup. Mutterman's going to throw strikes, obviously. And they're just going to play their game and hope that's good enough for a win.
Our home plate umpire tonight, I believe, is Bruce Frieden, and Mark Schleitzman is on the base pass. They did the first game tonight, vice versa, with Schleitzman behind the plate. Frieden was on the base pass, but Frieden will have the plate for game number 2. Schleitzman is on the base pass for game number 2. They did an outstanding job in game number 1. Let's line up the lineups here for Edco. Leading off will be Jack Stager, the shortstop. Batting second, Price Rochford, the pitcher. Kyler Cole, the first baseman, bats third. Caden Cole, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Bennett Stager is the center fielder, batting fifth. Cooper Ingles, the right fielder, bats sixth. Brody Tyne is the designated hitter. He'll bat in the 7th spot, DHing for left fielder Mac Perrinjacket. The catcher is Carter Oberbrockling, batting 8th, and Carter Knipper is the second baseman, batting in the number 9 position. For Key High, here's the Hawks lineup. Caleb Droppy, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Jordan Cota, the catcher, bats second. Carter Seitz is the left fielder, batting third. Cameron Lynn, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Braden Dalling, the first baseman, bats 5th. Trey Cota, the right fielder, bats 6th. Andrew Colesrud is the center fielder, batting 7th. Trundle, the second baseman, bats 8th. And Mutterman is the pitcher, batting 9th. So you've got the 2 Cotas playing, one in catching and one in right field defensively. And for Edco, you've got the Cole boys on the corner with at first base Kyler Cole and at third base Caden Cole. There's your lineups when we return. Opening pitch here as the lights are turned on in New Albin. Edco and Key High baseball coming up next from KCTN Sports.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection. Alameda Clayton REC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. And Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. You're listening to the Boys District Baseball Tournament on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. Welcome back to New Albin, and they're doing the final announcing of the starting lineup for Lansing Keyhigh. The Edco Vikings have been introduced. Vikings, they're in black tonight. Black tops, black pinstripe pants. They have the yellow sleeves, the black vests over those sleeves. Edco in yellow. Keyhigh, they've got a number of different uniforms too, and they have tonight wearing the home white with the blue pinstripe shirts. The purple pinstripe shirts. Don't know where blue came from there. It's
that's what the basketball officials always call them. I've never understood that, but they never use the word purple.
And I think maybe that was in my head there, but Keyhigh purple, that's the tradition they've had through the years here. So they continue the starting lineups. Edco will send up Jack Stager, Price Rochford, and Kyler Cole to lead things off here in the top of the first inning. For Keyhigh defensively, Carter Seitz is in left field, Andrew Colesrud in center with Trey Coda in right field. Around the horn defensively, Cameron Lind is at third base, Caleb Droppy the shortstop, Tanner Trundle is at second with Braden Darling at first base. The catcher is Jordan Coda, and again, Dalton Mutterman, the right-hander, on the mound for Lansing Keyhigh in this ball game tonight. We have a score. It was Denver defeating North Fayette Valley tonight by a final score of 11-1. The Tigerhawks, a rare off-season. They closed the year with just 3 wins. Denver wins by a final score of 11-1 as the Cyclones improve to now 5-19, and they will go to Monona on Tuesday night. Again, that's the 7 o'clock game as MFL Marmac, the top seed, will take on Denver. Starmont, of course, as we mentioned earlier, awaits the winner of Waukon and Postville. So Jack Stager set to lead things off here in the top of the first inning. Stager this season, an 8th grader we mentioned, but a good average, 292 with 12 RBIs on the season. He's 21 of 72 offensively. So Coach Hammond, a lot of confidence in his young 8th grader to bat him leadoff.
Yeah, if you're an 8th grader hitting leadoff, you've got some talent, some skill. So be interesting to see what he can do tonight.
So it will be, again, Rochford batting second. And you may ask why your top power hitter is batting second, but they really try to give him as many at-bats as possible. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to let him bat leadoff. Ohtani bats a leadoff for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I've seen that before where it might be your best power hitter, but he's just your best hitter, and maybe you can get him an extra at-bat if you put him at the leadoff or the second spot.
So the Hawks have thrown it down. We're ready to go with our game tonight here on KCTN FM 100 as the boys tournament is underway. Right-handed hitting Jack Stager. The shortstop digs in against Dalton Mutterman, who has just 1 walk in 27 innings pitched this season. First pitch of the ball game, it's inside, and the count goes to 1-1. But Mutterman, your typical Keyhigh pitcher, going to throw you a fastball, curveball, slide you a little bit. 1-0 pitch there, fastball, and Stager aggressive, fouls it up against the backstop area. The count is 1-1. So lineup here at Keyhigh, there's one thing you've got to know about here is the backstop is a brick wall, and the ball is going to ricochet back off that. 1-1 pitch, Stager swings right through, the pitch at the knees, and the count goes to 1-2. A little bit different than a lot of ballparks.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed to score from third on a pass ball because it could bounce right back to the catcher.
A ball and 2 strikes to Stager. Long delivery from Mutterman into bouncing ball. That's past the second baseman to the right in Trundle. It's into center field, and a leadoff single for Jack Stager. Got a 1-2 pitch to hit there and went with it to right center field.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Stager. Didn't try and do too much with it, just poked it back through the infield for a base hit. We see why he's leading off for them.
So Price Rochford now up to bat. We mentioned Rochford with the outstanding batting average of .486, 6 home runs, 12 RBIs. He's done it all this season as the number 2 hitter, 34 of 70 at bat-wise. Having a year. Takes the curveball, it's a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. So getting ahead is Mutterman. He'll do that a lot, and I think Edco knows they're going to see strikes, so you can be aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see strikes from Mutterman, so go up swinging.
0-1, gives a couple of looks at first base. There's a fastball, high pop up, right side of the infield. It will head towards the Edco dugout, past the dugout down the right field line, and just out of reach of the first baseman, Darling. We were blocked off as he tried to reach over. The tall first baseman for Keyhigh tried to reach over at the end of the dugout, but could not make the play, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't see that because he's got good reach, and that had to just be outside of the fence there.
Judging from the Keyhigh crowd, which had a better look down the line than we did, he was close.
Yeah.
So the count is 0-2. Mutterman again gets ahead. Tremendous crowd on hand for this ball game tonight. There was a good crowd the first game. 0-2 pitch, fouled back by Rochford. Fastball outside. We'll do it again. Bleachers about, I'd say, 3/4 of the way full. The Turkey Valley, few fans staying away. Riceville fans have kind of cleared out here. Folks down the sidelines as well. 0-2 curveball, fouled up the third base line. Coach Hammond bobbles it, but will not be credited with an error as he's able to keep it in front and get it back to the pitcher.
Yeah, good fundamentals there by Coach Hammond.
And one thing that you always notice about Keyhigh, whether it's baseball or softball games, their fambulance is in left field. And I think if you hit it, you get to sign the fambulance. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball at the knees. Rochford swings right through it. Strikeout number 1 for Mutterman, and it's out number 1 here in the first.
Yeah, big out for Keyhigh and Mutterman there, getting Edco's number 1 hitter.
Kyler Cole now up to bat. He bats in the 3 spot there. Cole is 14 of 73 on the season. And Caden Cole, the older one, waiting on deck. They give a snap throw to first base, and back there easily is Stagger. You're talking about Stagger moving on the base paths again. Edco, which runs as much as anybody, just because they haven't had the base runners this year. Stagger's 9 of 10. Base stealing wise, they've only stolen 42 bases. Here's a high pop up, shortstop calling for it. That is Droppy, heads back towards second base now, reaches over, makes the play. Cole pops out to short, and there's 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning. Caden Cole now up to bat. Cole, second on the team. He trails by 22 points, Parker Rochford, batting .464 on the season, 32 of 69. So you get through this lineup, this is where the Edco younger kids are going to have to step up tonight. First pitch there's a fastball outside, and the count goes to 1-0. We have seen no reason for Stagger here to show signs that he's going yet. The lead is not huge off of first base. But with 2 outs, probably more of a threat. 1-0 pitch, fastball fouled over the backstop area, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Sun has tucked its way down the bluff side here. Always a great location to do a ball game. And we will finish this one underneath the lights. Started with the lights on tonight. We did not have the lights on for game number 1. That was played under plenty of sunshine. Great day for ball. 1-1 is the count to Cole. 1-1 curveball, late swing, fooled by it, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. And that is a sharp-looking curve from Mutterman.
Yeah, that was a nice curveball right there.
Ball and 2 strikes with Stagger at first base and 2 outs here in the first inning. Mutterman, and he's got a good routine on the mound, sets, and here is the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball, and it's a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. Seitz goes back to the wall, and makes the play against the fence in deep left field. Cole gave it a ride, but comes up with warning track power. For the Vikings, no runs a hit. They leave 1. We've played 1/2 inning. Edco, nothing. Keyhigh coming to bat.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Bottom of the first inning, Key High sends up Caleb Droppy, Jordan Coda, Carter Seitz. For Edco defensively, Mac Parenjacket is in left field, Bennett Stager in center, Cooper Ingalls in right field. We'll go around the horn defensively, fastball outside to Droppy, and the count is 1-0. Caden Cole is at third base, Jack Stager is at shortstop, Carter Knipper at second, Kyler Cole at first base, Carter Oberbaching is the catcher, and on the mound is Price Rochford. Breaking ball from Rochford, misses outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Droppy, leadoff spot for Key High, batting .276 with 20 RBIs from the leadoff spot. 2-0, takes the pitch, fastball, and that pitch at the numbers, and it's a strike. The count is 2-1. Rochford works from the stretch exclusively, even though nobody on base. 2-1 pitch, tried to check their swing on the breaking ball was Droppy. He broke the wrist, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, looks like a heavy diet of breaking balls here early.
I think that's your best option. Try to keep Key High off balance if you can. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a curveball, but that ball's lined into center field. Bennett Stager going back and on the run, reaches up for it and dives. Does he make the play? He does. What a grab by Stager. Looked like it was out of his reach, but dove heading towards the fence, hauls it in, and a nifty play for out number 1.
Yeah, great play out there in center field by Stager. Looked like you maybe got just a little bit of a late jump, but definitely made up for it.
Tracked it down in a hurry. Jordan Coda now up to bat. Coda this season, 23 of 93, batting .247 on the season. The number 2 hitter has 17 RBIs and takes a fastball high. The count goes to 1-0. So some good things have happened for Edco, even though we're here in the bottom of the first inning. Caden Cole gave that ball a ride in the top of the first and just about gone. Here's a pitch that is popped up. Second baseman Carter Knipper reins into the infield now, into shallow right field. Camps underneath it, and Knipper hauls it in as Coda pops out to second base for out number 2.
Yeah, you were talking about signing that Fambulance out there. I thought we were going to see it there for a second.
He just came about 5 feet away from doing that in straightaway left field. That was right on line with that Fambulance. And then, of course, Stager making a good play defensively, so Edco going to have to make a few plays like that tonight. So up to bat now is Carter Seitz, the left fielder. Seitz takes a called pitch at the knees for a strike. The count is 0-1. Seitz this year, 26 of 104, batting .250 on the season. 0-1 curveball, looks it outside, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Seitz does have 10 RBIs, a number 3 hitter that has worked his way into that spot. 1-1 pitch, curveball, fouls it back, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Rochford isn't going to blow you away with a fastball. It's not as hard as what Mutterman throws, but has a little bit of a curveball that's a sharper curveball, I would say.
Yeah, looks like that's his go-to pitch, and then he mixes the fastball in when he can.
1-2 pitch, reaching out for it is Knipper. Hits it to the right side of the infield. Actually, Seitz does to Knipper at second base. Knipper gets the 2-hopper, fields it, throws it on over to first base as Seitz bounces out to second, and that does it for the Hawks. They go down in order. We've played 1, no score here in New Albany.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Now in the top of the second inning, leading things off for Edco is Bennett Stagger, swings right through a fastball, and the count is 0-1. Cooper Ingalls on deck, Brody Tyne, the DH, due up here. That is 4, 5, and 6 in the Edco lineup. Count is 0-1. There's a fastball catching the corner outside, and the count very quickly goes to 0-2. Stagger this year, 15 of 62, batting .242 from the number 5 spot in the lineup. The Vikings put the leadoff runner on in the first, but did not come close to bringing him in. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a long call out by the umpire to Bennett Stagger there. He gave it a good look, then punched him out. Stagger caught looking. Second strikeout recorded there by Mutterman.
Yeah, Mutterman just lived on that outside corner, and Stagger couldn't do anything with it.
The catcher, Jordan Cota, had launched the ball to third base before the strikeout call was even made there. So that brings up Cooper Ingalls, the right fielder. First pass to Ingalls, takes it inside. The count goes to 1-0. Cooper Ingalls wears the number 1, 7 of 59 hitting-wise this year. And the 1-0 pitch takes a good cut at a fastball, just about shoulder level, though, a little high. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. We're getting to the younger part of the Edco lineup. 1-1 pitch, fastball, that's at the knees, just misses outside. And the count goes to 2-1. Like Mutterman's rhythm on the mound. Let's get the ball and let's work.
Yeah, he doesn't waste any time out there.
2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch there, fastball, and again, that chasing the high fastball was Ingalls, and the count goes to 2-2. He's been tempted by that a couple of times.
Yeah, he likes that shoulder high one.
Even count, so let's see what he offers here. 2-2. Mutterman's 2-2 pitch, fastball swinging right through it is Ingalls. Third strikeout for Mutterman. That one's certainly a strike, top part of the strike zone. Ingalls could not get to it. 2 up and 2 down here in the second.
Yeah, Ingalls just a little bit behind that one.
Brings up Brady Tyne. I believe I said Brody Tyne, but it is pronounced Brady Tyne. He is 3 of 32 on the season. The number 7 spot in the lineup. We had it wrote down with the A not made on the score sheet. Fastball at the knees. Count goes to 0-1. So in this ball game, Edco just hoping for some sort of production to get you back to the top of the lineup. And here's a high fastball. Tyne tried to climb the ladder, could not get to it, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, and you can really see the difference between the top of their order and the bottom. Here, the bottom they kind of look young.
And 0-2 is the count. The 0-2 pitch, there's a fastball, just misses upstairs, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Carter Oberbrockling waiting on deck, and Oberbrockling is a senior. 1-2 pitch, reaching out for the outside pitch as Tyne could not get to it, and what happens is Mutterman strikes out the side here in the second inning. That gives him 4 Ks as the Vikings go down in order. We've played an inning and a half, no score here with Kihei and Edco.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking for a hassle-free banking experience this summer? Look no further than People State Bank. With our mobile check deposit feature, you can bank on the go from anywhere under the sun. Deposit checks using the People State Bank app and your smartphone's camera. Simply endorse the check with your signature, the words "for mobile deposit only," and your account number. Deposit done in seconds, leaving you with more time to enjoy the sunshine. Experience the freedom of banking at your fingertips with People State Bank. Download our app today and make this summer one to remember. People State Bank, member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner, supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Bottom of the second inning, Cameron Lynn, Braden Darling, and Trey Cota. First pitch to Linda called strike, a knuckleball, by the way, from Rochford, and brings a fastball inside. The count goes to 1-1. Cameron Lynn, 35 of 95 on the season, having a year. The senior, 368, 24 RBIs. That is sharing the team lead for Kihei. They went down to order in the first. Here's another curveball that is fouled. It actually ends up going off the catcher and works halfway up the first base line, but the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So here we are, bottom of the second inning. Edco put the leadoff runner on in the first, but they have went quietly since. Kihei, as we mentioned, went down into order. Did put the ball into play in the first inning, but went down in order. 1-2 pitch. There's a knuckleball, and that ball fouled back. Got a piece of it. Lynn hangs tough on a pitch inside. So I don't know if we saw necessarily the knuckleball in the first inning.
No, I don't think so. And, I was, Rochford's not going to overpower anyone, but, boy, does he do a nice job of just mixing it up, and you're just never quite sure what's coming.
A ball and 2 strikes is the count. Now to Lynn. This is the 4 spot in the lineup. A ball and 2 strikes, and Rochford delivers the pitch that scoots by the catcher Oberbrocking. It was far outside, bounced it off the right side, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So evened up here with a 2-2 count. We mentioned it was Denver beating North Fayette Valley 11-1. That game was actually in 6 innings. 2-2 pitch. There's a curveball, and Lynn swings right through it. Strikeout number 1 for Rochford, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Rochford's looking good on the mound, just mixing things up and keeping the key hitters off balance.
Braden Darling is up to bat. Darling is the first baseman, batting 30 of 96 on the season, so his average just a little bit above 300 at 312. He is the co-leader RBIs with 24 on the season. Takes a fastball strike there. The count is 0-1. And again, we heard from Coach Moss in the pregame show, on the On Deck show, that offensively, they've been a lot better this last week, but it's been kind of a work in process for them. And reaching out, hitting a bouncing ball to the right side is Darling. Charging it is Stagger. Fields the slow roller, flips it over to the first baseman, Kyler Cole. Darling bounces out to second, and it's 2 up and 2 down here in the second.
Yeah, just looking at some of their scores this year, they've had a lot of low-scoring games. It seems like some of their losses are games where they just couldn't put enough runs on the board.
Trey Coda is now up to bat. Coda, a freshman, but 30 of 88, batting .341 on the season, the left-handed bat for the Hawks. And he swings right through a pitch there, fastball, and the count goes to 0-1. So Rochford getting ahead. Good sign for the Vikings. 0-1, delivers a fastball outside, and that is a called strike. Catches the corner, and the count goes to 0-2. So our lone left-handed bat in this lineup so far is Trey Coda. 0-2 is now the count. And here is now the 0-2 knuckleball, and swinging through the outside pitch is Coda. Second strikeout recorded by Rochford. And the Hawks go down in order again in the second. We've played 2 with no score.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Carter Oberbrockling, Carter Knipper, then the top of the lineup. Jack Stagger to lead things off. First pitch to Oberbrockling was a ball. This one is a called strike, and it's 1-1, a swinging strike correction there. So Carter Oberbrockling, 10 of 59 on the season, 1-1, swings at a fastball outside. The count is 1-2, and Mutterman just pounding the strike zone, especially with the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, he gets in that rhythm and just throws strike after strike.
A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 off-rank fastball, but getting a piece of it is Oberbrockling to hang tough, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Another score to pass along in the top of the second inning. Postville and Waukon scoreless in that ball game. That's the second game going on at Waukon tonight. 1-2 is the count here now to Carter Oberbrockling. The 1-2 pitch, swinging through a pitch, high level. Oberbrockling couldn't climb the ladder to get to it. That is strikeout number 5 by Mutterman, and it's out number 1 here in the third.
Yeah, and 4 straight Ks as well.
And again, anytime you see a key high pitcher, and this is like most good teams, you get ahead 0-2, 1-2. They're going to throw you a high fastball to try to tempt you.
Yep.
Carter Knipper now up to bat. Knipper 4 of 40 on the season, the number 9 hitter, and takes a pitch, fastball inside, catches the corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Our umpiring tonight has been outstanding. They're very consistent. We saw that in the first game tonight. 0-1 pitch, another fastball, but that one's too high, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Hard to believe. Here we are in July, and the baseball tournament underway. Fastball at the knees, inside though, and low. 2 balls and a strike. Where's the summer going?
It goes fast every year, and I don't know why, but it does.
2 balls and a strike. 2-1 offering, and taking all the way, and a pitch high is Knipper. Again, for Mutterman, this is a rarity. 1 walk this season by the stats. That is incredible. 3 balls and a strike, so he knows how to work his way back. 3-1 pitch. There's a fastball right down the heart of the plate. And a called strike to Knipper. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You almost get excited to maybe see a walk.
Yeah, it's not usual, but
3-2 pitch, fastball swinging right through it is Knipper. That is 5 in a row struck out by Mutterman. His 6th strikeout and 2 quick outs here in the 3rd. And that brings up Jax Stagger now, the first baseman. Stagger has the lone hit in this ball game. That was a leadoff single to start things in the ball game in the top of the 1st inning, but he would not advance any further than first base. So here is now the curveball, reaches out for it, pops it up. This is a major league pop-up in foul territory behind the bag, and reaching up for it is the third baseman, Lynn. Catches it in foul territory, and there's your 3rd out of the inning. Vikings go down quietly in the 3rd. We've played 2.5, still no score with Edco and Kihei. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
Bottom of the 3rd inning. Edco and Kihei are scoreless. Kihei will send up 7-8-9 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning with Andrew Colesrud, Tanner Trundle, and Dalton Mutterman to lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd. Price Rochford, 3rd inning of work, tries a knuckleball there that stays upstairs. The count is 1-0. Andrew Colesrud, 24 of 83 on the season, 20 RBIs. That is a .289 batting average. Took the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 curveball down outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So moving along very quickly in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, both pitchers doing a really nice job on the mound thus far, and good plays by the defense as well.
2-0 is the count. Rochford, the 2-0 pitch, it bounces in front of the plate, kicks back to the backstop area, and the count goes to 3-0. So one thing that we know that you do not want to see tonight is Edco free passes, because Kihei will put pressure on the base paths. Kihei has over 100 steals on the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 3-0 taking all the way, but it's a curveball that breaks outside. Colesrud, the first base runner on for Kihei, draws a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, first chance of even going to 3 balls, I believe, there by Rochford.
Kihei stolen base-wise this year, 108 out of 128. So again, that's an aggressive team on the base paths. Edco, we mentioned they're usually an aggressive team, but just haven't had as many opportunities. They're 42 of 51. Here's a breaking ball and across the strike zone to Trundle, and the count goes to 0-1. Tanner Trundle was a freshman that is only playing now in his 11th game, but he's 8 for 24. He has been a good spark for Kihei as the season has went on. 0-1 is the count. Rochford steps off, goes back to first base, but a short lead there by Colesrud, who's able to slide back to first base. If you're talking about Colesrud running this year, he is among the leaders stolen base-wise. He is 15 of 16 for Keyhigh, but not a huge lead off of first base. They squared a bunt. That bunt put to the mound. One hops right back to Rochford. He'll immediately go to first base as Kyler Cole stayed back on the bunt. And the Hawks playing Keyhigh small ball as they bunt the runner over to second base on the sacrifice from Trundle. Colesrud goes to second.
Yeah, good job by Keyhigh, by Trundle getting that bunt down. And Rochford didn't even hesitate, wanted to get the out at first base.
And it bounced about 3 feet in front of him. He did do a great job of hopping off the mound because almost had a chance to catch that on the fly.
Yeah, he could have maybe doubled him up if he was able to catch that one.
So Dalton Mutterman is up to bat. Chance to help himself out with a runner in scoring position. He is 20 of 82. Takes a pitch upstairs. The count goes to 1-0. So Mutterman batting .244 on the season. Has 10 RBIs in the year. 1-0, takes a pitch inside, and it's a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. That was a pitch just below the chest level and caught the top part of the strike zone. 1-1, evened up. And Rochford looks back at second, delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that ball scoots by the catcher, Oberbrockling. This is going to go as a wild pitch. It was outside. Colesrud advances to third. So here they put a runner on third, and again, without a base hit, they've got a threat 90 feet away.
Yep, that walk, we see it all the time. It could come back to haunt the Vikings.
The numbers in the majors where a leadoff walk scores are staggering. 2-1 pitch, and here's a suicide squeeze, perfectly bunted up the first base line. Mutterman has a chance to beat it out, but he's out at first base by a step, but does his job. A beautiful suicide squeeze bunt up the first base line, and the Hawks have the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, that was just executed perfectly there by Mutterman and by Keyhigh in general there.
So a RBI for Mutterman on the bunt attempt, and Caleb Droppy is the shortstop, the top of the lineup up here for Keyhigh. So they've manufactured a run here in the bottom of the first inning. Droppy lined out to center field his last at-bat. So in the majors, it's like 75%, some number like that, where the leadoff walk ends up scoring. So it has to be so much more astronomical at the high school
level.
I
would think, and we see it all the time.
1-0 pitch, it's inside, but a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. But again, a walk, sacrifice bunt, suicide squeeze, and you've got yourself a run. 1-1 is the count. And here's a bouncing ball right back to the mound. Rochford fields it to his right, throws it to the first baseman, Kyler Cole, and that does it for the Hawks. But they score a run, do it without a hit. They leave nobody. We've played 3. Keyhigh strikes first, leading 1-0.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by KAR Auto Group. Price Rochford leading things off here. Top of the fourth inning. First pitch was a ball. He checked his swing. Second pitch fouled out of play, and it goes to 1-1. Rochford, Kyler Cole, Caden Cole, 2, 3, and 4 in the Vikings lineup as they trail 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. Price Rochford, a strikeout victim in the first inning. As 1-1 is the count. Curveball, and Rochford swings at a pitch low. Tried to get to it, could not, and the count goes to 1-2. If you're talking about striking out this year, that does not happen very often for Rochford. 1-2 is the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he bounces one in the dirt, but he swings through it, but the ball's going to scoop by the catcher, Cota, and Rochford's safe. So it goes as a strikeout. That's number 7 for Mutterman, but no chance there for the catcher Cota to get that ball, and the Vikings will take the leadoff runner on.
Yeah, I don't know that was intentional, but it almost looked like it the way Rochford just swung at that, knew it was in the dirt, and because he was off as almost before he was finished swinging.
Yeah, Rochford, by the way, has struck out a total of 3 times this season, and he is certainly a threat to go. And they right away throw over to first base. Rochford is 13 of 14 stolen base-wise. So the Vikings will take advantage of that pitch and squaring to bunt, and they throw down to first base. Squaring to bunt was Cole, who took the pitch high for a ball. Good decision to not go after it. They snap throw to first base, and Braden Darling's tag not nearly in time for Rochford, who is back in standing up. So 1-0 is the count to Kyler Cole, who popped out to short his last at-bat. 1-0 pitch and pops it up in the infield again. Second baseman, that is Trundle. He'll take a step in, playing pretty much in his position, and takes a step back and hauls it in for out number 1 here on the top of the 4th. I would say the Vikings, though, are probably going to take a chance in being aggressive here, especially with Rochford's speed. That's state track speed at first base.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we maybe didn't see a sacrifice bunt there, but or steal, but maybe Rochford will still go here.
Caden Cole flew out to left field. He is 0 for 1, and that was to the deepest part of the park there. And here's a curveball, and it's a called strike. The count is 0-1. Just missed a home run as Carter Seitz was pushed up near the fence, right in front of the fence, to make the play in left field. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch, curveball, checking his swing, but it's a called strike anyway, is Kyler Cole, and Caden Cole rather, and the count is 0-2. So a little different approach for Mutterman working against Cole here. More curveballs this time.
Yeah, absolutely. He saw what he did last time.
0-2 is the count. 0-2 curveball swinging right through it is Cole. Off and running is Rochford. The throw to second, not in time. Nifty slide to the inside of the bag by Rochford. Had a good jump. Cole goes down swinging for the 8th strikeout for Mutterman, but the Vikings have a runner in scoring position on the stolen base for Rochford with 2 outs.
Yep, they're going to have to try and manufacture something to get that run in. That'd be huge.
This is the part of the lineup now, 5 through 9, that they were able to get a strikeout everybody down the lineup. And time taken here by Coach Moss for Keyhigh to come on out and talk to Mutterman. Interesting conversation here. I don't think we're at a pitch count issue yet.
No, I'm not sure what this conversation would be about. They've got a paper or a chart of some kind that the catcher, pitcher, and Coach Moss are all looking at, so I'm not sure what that would be. But
curious how they want to maybe approach Bennett Stagger, a number 5 hitter. And, I think they want to make sure just on the same page, whatever that discussion was. We'll have to ask Coach Moss after the ballgame.
Yeah.
And Bennett Stagger is up to bat, the 5 hitter. As I mentioned, 8 strikeouts for Mutterman. So his pitch count shouldn't be an issue because right now he's averaging what? How many per inning?
14, 12, and 12. So, both pitchers are being very efficient.
And here is the first pitch now. And reaching out and fouling up the third baseline is Stagger. Got a curveball, fouled it up the third baseline, and the count goes to 0-1. So that ball tracked down by Lind in foul territory. Quickly gets it back.
I wonder if it was just, that. Maybe they wanted him to see a bunch of curveballs here.
And Stagger, as we mentioned, was a strikeout victim. Still need to be concerned about Rochford at second base. He's being held. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 pitch, there's a curveball again to Stagger, and the count goes to 0-2. So he's went, now second time through the lineup, more of a curveball dose.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot of curveballs, especially to this upper part of the lineup.
So 0-2, here's a fastball swinging right through the high fastball is Stagger. The 9th strikeout recorded there by Mutterman, and the Vikings leave a runner. It's stranded at second base. We've played 3.5, halfway through this one. 1-0, Keyhigh in the lead.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
So now in the bottom of the fourth inning, moving right along. 1-0 Keyhigh in the lead. Jordan Coda, Carter Seitz, Cameron Lynn. That'll be 2, 3, and 4 to lead things off here for the Hawks lineup. As they have a 1-0 lead, they manufactured a run in the third inning, did it without a hit, a leadoff walk, bunted him over to second, and end up with the runner scoring on a suicide squeeze after he advanced to third. It ended up being a pass ball. So here's a curveball to Coda, who popped out to second base. It's low and outside, and the count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, we saw a hit to the first batter of the game, got a hit, and haven't seen one since.
And, Keyhigh still without a hit. As Rochford doing his job, but the 1-0 pitch outside, the count goes to 2-0. Rochford really hasn't been plagued by walks this year, as the innings he's throwing. 2-0 pitch, there's a knuckleball, and that's the confidence he has there, 2-0, and throwing a knuckleball for a strike.
Yeah, he really likes that knuckleball and those breaking balls, and he'll just throw whatever at any time.
2-1, and here's a ball that is lined right at the right fielder, and coming in is the left-handed glove of Cooper Ingalls, able to make the play there at about waist level as the ball was starting to die into right field. Hit hard by Coda, but right at the right fielder Ingalls, and it's out number 1 here in the fourth.
Yeah, another nice play by Ingalls there. Talk about Rochford pitching well, but their defense has shown up as well.
And making the plays that they need to make, and one of those earlier was a spectacular play by Bennett Stagger in center field. So that brings up now here Carter Seitz, who hits a high fly ball. This is to deep right field. On the run is Ingalls. It's over his head. It's going to run to the fence. And quickly Ingalls brings the ball back into the infield. Carter Seitz, who bounced out to second his first at-bat, has the first Hawks hit. It's a double with one out here in the fourth.
Yeah, that just froze Ingalls for just a half a second. It was all it took, and got over his head out there.
And with one out, that brings up Cameron Lind. That's the hardest hit ball for Keyhigh in this ball game. So Lind is a strikeout victim previously. He is 0 for 1, and they've got a runner in scoring position. He reaches out for that one, slams it up against the backstop area down the fence above the Edco dugout. They have netting that actually covers the Edco dugout, same on the Keyhigh side, and that's where it ended up into the netting area here. So you don't have to worry about taking one in the dugout. 0-1 is now the count. From the stretch, that's what Rochford exclusively works, and getting a piece of it is Lynn to pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 0-2. We were talking about pitching stats with Rochford as far as walks issued this year. He's only walked 9 in 39 innings, so it doesn't plague him much. 0-2 is the count. 0-2 offering inside, and it's going to hit him. It hit Lynn. So Lynn hit by the pitch. There's now 2 on with 1 out here. As Lynn just turned the shoulder, that's enough of an attempt to move, wears it, and heads down to first base.
Yep, there's that, that knuckleball just, floated inside just enough there to catch Lind on the shoulder.
Another score now in the top of the fourth inning. Waukon leads Postville 3-0. Pirates have had a struggling season, but battling in that ball game tonight. So up to bat now here is Braden Darling. Darling takes the first pitch inside. The count goes to 1-0. Darling bounced out to second. Seitz is at second base. Lind is at first base with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And that ball fouled back by Darling. Darling, one of those tall kids. I take it one of the post players for the Keyhigh basketball team?
I believe so. I never saw him live this year. I saw him on film a few times, and they've got quite a few of them, actually.
Hard to believe. Yeah, just size galore in the basketball season. 1-1 pitch, taking a pitch at the knees is Darling, and the count goes to 1-2. Not that Keyhigh has had bad basketball. They've had some good basketball through the years, but
not always the size.
Not the size. Yeah. 1-2 is the count. 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball. Third baseman. That's picked up by Caden Cole. Goes to the bag for 1. Throw across the diamond. Not in time. Couldn't turn the 5U3 double play. Good hustle down the line by Darling. But Seitz retired at third for out number 2. Lind advancing to second. Still 2 on, but now 2 outs here in the fourth. And a heady decision by Caden Cole to get the lead out at second base.
Yeah, very nice, smart play by the third baseman.
Didn't have a chance to go second to first there. That would have been a little tougher. He wanted to make sure to get the lead runner. Left-handed hitting, once again, Trey Coda up to bat. Coda, a strikeout victim, takes a curveball for a strike. The count is 0-1. Keyhigh 2 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rochford 0-1, delivers a fastball, and Coda fouls that one up against the backstop. Catches the top of it, and the count is now 0-2.
That's the thing with Rochford. You know, he doesn't, like we said, he doesn't overpower you, but he throws so many of those knuckle breaking balls that when he does throw a fastball, it looks like it's really popping.
0-2 is the count. The 0-2 pitch and knuckleball that gets by the catcher, Oberbrockling. That's a wild pitch. Lind advances to third. Darling goes to second, so there's now 2 in scoring position, but 2 outs, and the Vikings would like to get out of this threat still with a 1-0 ball game, because Edco felt like if they got to the later innings in this ball game and it was close, that maybe some pressure would shift on over to the Keyhigh side.
Absolutely. Pressure always goes to the favorites.
1-2 pitch, and if Coda fouls that one, it'll end up at the end of the dugout of Keyhigh's side, hits up against the screen area, and it remains a ball and 2 strikes.
You know, the one thing with the runner on third, you know, you wonder if Rochford's a little more hesitant to throw one of those knuckleballs.
And we mentioned the backstop could be an issue here because it kicks back. 1-2 pitch. There's a knuckleball. Caught looking is Coda. Strikeout number 3 recorded by Rochford, and the Vikings get out of it. Keyhigh strands 2 in scoring position. We've played 4. 1-0. Keyhigh in the lead.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection. Alameda Clayton REC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. And Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. You're listening to the Boys District Baseball Tournament on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. We're now in the top of the 5th inning, and Keyhigh has made a pitching change. We now know what that conversation was about in the 4th inning, and it was where Mutterman was pitch-wise. So Mutterman out of the ball game, throwing 4 innings, 1 hit, walking nobody, and striking out 9 and allowing no runs. Cooper Ingalls up to bat, along with Brady Tyne and then Carter Oberbrockling. That is 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup. First pitch missed inside for a ball. The count is now 1-1, as that's a called strike. Caleb Droppy, the shortstop, comes into pitch. Mutterman goes to the shortstop position. There's a fastball outside, but a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2. So the Hawks, and they have plenty of arms. We'll get you Droppy's pitching stats here in just a bit. And 1-2 is the count. 1-2 pitch outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Droppy on the season, 36 innings, allowed 28 hits, 11 earned runs, walked none, and striking out 44. He's 5-1. Here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop to Dalton Mutterman. Mutterman's first play at shortstop, throws a strike over to Darling. Ingalls put the ball in play, but bounces out to short for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, it's a positive, for Edco. They're putting the ball in play. They had a lot of strikeouts at the bottom of the order the first time through, so they're putting the ball in play now.
And this is a case where Mutterman certainly has the more lively fastball than what you see from Droppy. Not that Droppy is bad by any means.
Right, yeah. Droppy's not a bad pitcher at all, but yeah, he doesn't quite have that overpowering fastball that Mutterman can have.
Fastball outside there, and the Cowles strike is to once again Brady Tyne. So Tyne a strikeout victim. 1 out here in the 5th inning. The 0-1 pitch low, below the knees, and it goes to a ball and a strike. We're already in the 5th inning in a ball game that started, 7:30?
Yeah, we're moving.
1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch, fastball, unable to get to it is Tyne, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But again, this is what we talked about if you're the Vikings. You now get to the 5th inning. We're in the later stages of the ball game. You're in it.
Absolutely. If you can stay down 1 run, you're feeling good.
1-2 pitch just misses inside. I know the Hawk fans wanted that one, but it's inside. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, you get base runner on with Rochford or Cole up, and you just never know.
2-2 pitch, takes it to the knees outside. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Vikings have had 2 base runners through the first 4 innings of this game. Jack Steger led off with a single. 3-2 pitch, it is low, it is outside, it is ball number 4. So this is the 3rd Viking to reach. Rochford reached in the 4th inning, and that was on a 3rd strike that was ended up being dropped. And now Carter Oberbrockling is up to bat, the number 8 hitter. Oberbrockling, a strikeout victim his last time.
Yeah, and the bottom of the order is, doing something like we talked about. They put the ball in play, and now they've drawn a walk.
So we will see a runner coming in for Tyne here, and it will be number 4 coming into the game for the Vikings. And number 4 is Mac Parent-Jacket. Now, Tyne, by the way, is DHing for Parent-Jacket in the lineup. So Parent-Jacket enters the ball game for Tyne at the DH spot now. So the DH eliminated at this point. The only chance would be if Tyne would come back into the ball game and then go play left field, because that's where Parent-Jacket's playing. So, again, there's 1 out here, bottom of the 5th inning. And Oberbrockling digs in against Caleb Droppy, the second pitcher for Keyhigh. And the Vikings will see if they bunt him over even with 1 out just to get a runner into scoring position. And they look to bunt, and taking the pitch low is Oberbrockling. I think there's nothing wrong with this. Take an idea, try to get him in a scoring position. You got the 9 spot in the lineup. Try to see if you can get to the top of the lineup here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen the top hit the ball well. So, yeah, if you can get a runner in scoring position.
0-1 pitch. It's low, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Now, he squared to bunt the first pitch, Oberbrockling did, but he did not there. So it's a ball and a strike. And not a huge lead by Parent-Jacket at first base. 1-1 is the count. And delivers the 1-1 fastball. That's a called strike on the inside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Droppy gets ahead after issuing the first walk of this game by any Keyhigh pitcher. And a ball and 2 strikes is the count. And they look over at first base, but not a throw over yet. 1-2 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop Mutterman charges it, flips it to second. They turn 1. Here's the throw to first, not in time. Good hustle down the line by Oberbrockling. He's safe on the fielder's choice. Hit slow enough that, again, by the time Mutterman flipped it to Trundle at second base, Oberbrockling safe at first base. And there is now 2 outs here in the 5th.
Yeah, just not hit hard enough for Keyhigh to turn that double play there.
Carter Knipper is now up to bat. Knipper, a strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. So better at bats, the bottom of the lineup here in the 5th inning for Edco.
Absolutely. A lot more quality at bats here for Edco.
And 2 outs. Knipper takes the first pitch, a fastball upstairs. Count goes to 1-0 as Jordan Cota bluffs a throw to first base, then brings it back to the pitcher. Another score, Waukon leading Postville now in the top of the 5th inning. They're playing a quick one there, and it is 3-0. Waukon leads Postville. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch. Good swing there by Knipper. Could not catch up with the fastball. The count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like maybe just a 1/10 of a second too late. He decided he wanted to swing, but a nice cut there.
And 1-1 is now the count. So the 1-1 offering, and it's a high pop-up. This will clear out of play, though, as it'll head over the backstop area, put it up in the air, and just sails back out of play. And the count is now 1-2. Try to get you a Clayton Ridge Central update if we can. And I understand that ball game is 0-0 at last report. So a ball and 2 strikes as they're just underway in that ball game. So 1-2 is the count. They throw to first base, able to slide back in there. Safe at first base is Carter Oberbrockling. That's just more of the throw to let you know I'm there. So they're in the 2nd inning at Cascade, and Clayton Ridge Central and Cascade are scoreless. So that ball game just getting underway with a later start down there. 1-2 pitch, taking a called strike 3 on the outside is Knipper. Strikeout number 1 for Droppy. That's the 10th K for the Vikings in this game. No runs, no hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 Keyhigh.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Already the bottom of the fifth, 1-0. Keyhigh leads Edco, Andrew Colesrud, Tanner Trundle, Dalton Mutterman. That'll be 7, 8, and 9 to lead things off for the Hawks in the bottom of the fifth inning. Colesrud has the first hit of this ballgame for Keyhigh. They only have 2, but he scored the lone run of this ballgame. Actually, he led off with a walk correction in the first inning, so he walked and scored. So the first hit of the game came from Carter Seitz with a double. Keyhigh only has 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Edco, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've got a pitcher's duel here in the fifth.
Absolutely, yeah. Both pitchers, both defenses playing really well.
So Colesrud to lead things off here now in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Hawks. And the first pitch from Rochford, it's a bouncing ball right back to the mound. 0-1 Hopper. Rochford runs it a couple of steps towards first base, flips it to Kyler Cole, and it's 1 up and 1 down very quickly here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Rochford's taking care of a number of outs himself from the mound on comebackers.
He has struck out 3 on the mound, has only allowed 1 walk, which ended up scoring in this game, but has kept the Hawks off balance. Certainly done his job in this game. Tanner Trundle had a sacrifice at-bat, hits a bouncing ball. This is to the shortstop. Stagger fields it at the edge of the infield, throw across the diamond to Kyler Cole, and just like that, couple of pitches and 2 quick outs here in the fifth.
Yeah, extremely efficient inning here for Rochford.
Dalton Mutterman, to this point, has the best at-bat of the game. He had a suicide squeeze bunt up the first base line. It goes as a sacrifice, but he's credited with an RBI to bring in the game's only run. He's up now with 2 outs here in the fifth inning and takes a curveball low. The count is 1-0. So, beautiful night. We have the lights on, but we're still playing with daylight here in a fast-moving game. 1-0 pitch, curveball, misses outside. Count goes to 2-0. Keep an eye on Rochford pitch count tonight. He hasn't had what I'd say a huge inning pitch-wise. 2-0 pitch, curveball there, and the count goes to 3-0. But I think the Vikings realize that the way he's throwing tonight, you're going to go till there's nothing left.
Yeah, you're going to ride him till the wheels fall off here at this point.
3-0 is the count as he falls behind on Mutterman. 2 outs, so he'll try to come back. 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball high and inside, and a 2-out base runner. Second walk issued by Rochford, and that brings up Caleb Droppy, now the pitcher. Droppy is 0 for 2, lined out to center field on a great play by Bennett Stagger, and then a bouncing ball back to the mound. But there's 2 outs here in the fifth inning. Let's see if the Hawks, with the number 9 hitter on base, are aggressive on the base.
Yeah, I know Mutterman's got good speed, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's looking to steal here.
Yeah, Mutterman's 11 of 15 stealing-wise, and he's got a great lead. And Rochford steps off the mound and throws over to first base. When you have a step-off move, there is very little chance, unless somebody trips over their feet getting back to the bag, but Rochford just a token move over to first base. And Mutterman off and running. Here's the pitch for Oberbrockling. High to handle, but the throw goes to the left side of the infield, goes into center field, but it's backed up by Bennett Stagger. Mutterman had a great lead, got a great jump, moves into scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, just great job by Mutterman there. He read the pitch well, and good, like we said, good speed out there.
Caleb Droppy now looking at a 1-0 pitch as he took that fastball high and inside. So Mutterman in scoring position. Hawks had 2 in scoring position in the fourth with 2 outs, but could not come through. 1-0 pitch, curveball that stays upstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. So falling behind on the top of the lineup, bottom of the lineup, doing their job for Keyhigh, getting you back to the top. 2-0 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Droppy, but the ball scoots by the catcher in Oberbrockling. That'll go as a pass ball, and Mutterman moves over 90 feet to third base now with a count 2-1 to Droppy.
Yeah, it's a big pass ball there. Oberbrockling's got to make sure he keeps everything in front of him here.
2-1 is now the count. So Droppy, 2-1 pitch, takes it high, but it's a called strike. That pitch has been there all night long. It's a high strike, but it's called, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Rochford will take it.
Yeah, both ways. Fans don't like it, but the umpire's been consistent.
2-2 pitch and a curveball. Fouling it up the third baseline is Droppy, and we'll have another opportunity at 2 balls and 2 strikes. They made a nice announcement here and actually took time to give an applause to the officials because we have such a shortage. And I do know that our fans have been not worrying about balls and strikes so much. 2-2 pitch, it's outside. The count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. But we have such a shortage of officials.
Yeah, it can be a problem.
And I don't know how that's going to change. 3 balls and 2 strikes is the count. 3-2 pitch, and Droppy reaches out for it, slams it into center field. It's a base hit, and it's 2-0 Keyhigh in the lead. Droppy with an outstanding piece of hitting, went down to get one, lines it into center field, and the Hawks have a 2-0 lead here in the 5th.
Yeah, just a really good at-bat there by Droppy, taking the count full. And just lining one into center field there for our RBI.
Jordan Coda now up to bat. Coda is 0 for 2, popped out to second base and lined out to right field. And by the way, I would think Droppy is a threat to immediately go as well. They are going to run until proven otherwise. Droppy is 15 of 19 stolen base-wise this year. So 2-0. Keyhigh now in the lead. There's a curveball. Droppy off and running. Here's the throw from Oder Brockling. Not in time. Nice head first slide there. Underneath the tag easily is Droppy. Moves into scoring position. And the Hawks here, again, leading 2-0. Put a runner closer at second base.
Yeah, good job by Droppy. Good throw there, too, by Oder Brockling. But Droppy's speed just won out there.
Will take time for a moment to clean off second base as that head first slide by Droppy covered the bag. So he did have his hand underneath that pile of dirt. The pitch was a called strike to Coda, by the way, and the count is 0-1. Coda 0 for 2, popped out to second, fouls that one back. He also lined out to right field, but now the count is 0-2. Important for the Vikings to just keep it here at 2 runs because 3 seems large, doesn't it?
Yeah, 2 you can deal with. 3, it's starting to get away from you.
0-2 is now the count to the 2-hitter Jordan Coda. The 0-2 pitch, fastball, but not tempted at the high fastball was Coda. Stayed away from it. Tried to get him to look at that high fastball. The count is 1-2.
Yeah, good spot for that one if you're Rochford.
A ball and 2 strikes. They hold the runner at second base in Mutterman. Here's the 1-2 knuckleball low outside. That was more of a fastball there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looked just as he was starting to grip it there. I thought maybe he was going to mix it up.
Yeah, once in a while you can catch him gripping that one. But
2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 curveball, and that one hit the batter. He's going to first base. The umpire did not call it, but it is a ball. It was, I believe the count was 2-2, wasn't it?
I think it might have just caught the sleeve of his uniform.
Well, and our umpires are going to
talk about it.
He went down to first base as if it hit him there, and the home plate umpire never at once said, take first base.
Right. Coda definitely thought it did. But
yeah, they're going to bring him back.
They're going to bring him back.
Yeah, but great job by our officiating crew. And if there's anybody that doesn't like that call, remember we made that announcement a little bit ago.
That's right. Yeah, and I don't hear any complaining. So
a great job by those officials working with each other there. Our home plate umpire didn't have it called.
It was really close to the sleeve on his right bicep there, but it was hard to tell if it got it or not.
So they bring him back. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and the ball fouled back. That was a knuckleball outside. Coda got a piece of it. Count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the pitch that nearly hit him was called a ball, so we remain with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And Rochford now delivers the 3-2 curveball. It's inside. It is ball number 4. Third walk issued by Rochford. It's his second walk of the inning. And with 2 on and 2 outs, Carter Seitz is now up to bat. Seitz bounced out to second, but he doubled in the 4th inning with 1 out, though he would end up being forced out at third, and the Hawks came up empty in that bottom of the 4th inning. They will replace Coda at first base. He's the catcher, so a courtesy runner. We'll try to let you know who that is.
22.
All right, number 22 for Keyhigh is Jared Reams. So Jared Reams is the runner as the courtesy runner for the catcher. Carter Seitz, 3-hitter in the lineup. Runners on second and first. Hawks lead 2-0 here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rochford's had some traffic the last couple of innings. And there's a breaking ball for a strike, and the count is 0-1. But he gets ahead on Carter Seitz.
Yeah, big pitch to get ahead here.
And remember, with 2 outs, this rally started with a walk to the number 9 hitter. 0-1, the 0-1 curveball, and it's a high fly ball, shallow right field. Coming in is Cooper Engels, puts up that left-handed glove, makes the play one-handed, and the Hawks threaten, but they leave two in scoring position. 1 run, they end up scoring a hit on the 1 hit, but they leave 2. It's now 2-0, Key in the lead going to the 6th.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Now in the top of the 6th inning, 2-0, Key in the lead, and they have made a pitching change, and Mutterman coming back in. There's a fastball to Jack Stager. So the top of the lineup up here, and that may be why Mutterman's coming back in.
That was my guess, thinking about it here, yep.
Bryce Rochford and Kyler Cole due up here. 0-1 pitch, checking his swing is Stager, and he takes it for a ball. The count is 1-1. So no, Mutterman cannot get a win and a save in a ball game. So Mutterman, who threw 4 innings, allowed 1 hit. That to Stager, by the way, is the lone Viking hit. Walked nobody and struck out 9 in his sharp 4 innings. And again, he brings that lively fastball with the pitch outside, and the count is 2-1. So Droppy goes back to shortstop. In 1 inning of work, Droppy did not allow a hit. No runs, walked 1, struck out 1. 2-1 pitch, fastball to Stager, follows it up against the backstop area, and the count is 2-2. So there's some pitches to play with here.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, I think they just want Mutterman to face the top of the Edco lineup here, and maybe we'll see Droppy in the 7th inning.
2-2 pitch, and Stager chased a high fastball, fouled it up against the backstop. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Stager again started this game out with a hard hit single to start this game, just to the right side of second base. 2-2 pitch. There's a fastball, and Stager pops it up out of play. And we'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. An update from the Cascade ball game. They are now pulling away from Clayton Ridge, leading 3-0. And they are now in the bottom of the 2nd inning of that ball game. So Cascade has scored 3. 2-2 pitch. There's a curveball, Stager up against the backstop right in front of us. And we'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stager having a good at-bat, fighting up there.
Yeah, great at-bat here. 3 straight fouled off pitches here.
And again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That adds to the pitch total for Mutterman. Stager takes time for a second. He'll stay with 1 foot in the box, but he just wanted to take a practice swing just outside of the box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mutterman delivers now the 2-2 pitch. There's a fastball just inside and some chin music as Stager reaches back and kind of whoa as he reached back.
Yeah, that was almost hit the Vikings across his chest there.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Stager pops it up again out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Stager, you can see why the 8th graders batted leadoff this year for him.
Yeah, this kid's got some talent. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
3 balls and 2 strikes, full count. And Mutterman's 3-2 pitch, another fastball. It is inside, and Stager wins the at-bat. The first walk issued by Mutterman, the 2nd walk he has issued all season long. And the leadoff runner on here in the top of the 6th inning, and Bryce Rochford now up to bat.
Yeah, that's exactly what Edco needed. Runner on, best hitter up. A couple good hitters coming up after Rochford. This is the time that they need to put a run on the board.
Rochford is 0 for 2, is struck out twice, but reached base on a drop 3rd strike. And there's a fastball outside. The count goes to 0-1. So this is a situation where if you're Edco, you've got your best part of the lineup. Rochford, Kyler Cole, Caden Cole, all coming up.
Yep, this is what they're looking for.
0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and a nice backhand there. And keeping it near him was Jordan Cota. We saw them doing catcher drills, which not enough teams do, by the way, but they were doing catcher drills before infield tonight. And Jordan Cota showed exactly why they do those drills.
Yeah, great job. He didn't know exactly where the ball was, but he knew he had knocked it down in front of him.
1-1 is now the count. So Mutterman, after the leadoff walk, throws to first base, but Stagger, not likely a threat to go in the later stages. 1-1 pitch, fastball away, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. I would say early in the ball game, but now you're down to your last 6 outs in this game if you're Edco. Likely playing base to base here.
I think so, and you know Rochford's a kid who could tie it with a swing of the bat.
2-1 pitch, fastball inside, and the count goes to 3-1. So needless to say, Mutterman not as sharp as the first 4 innings.
Yeah, this is a surprise. 1 walk all season and walks the leadoff, and 3-1 on Rochford right now.
3-1 is now the count. He'll have to fight back, and Mutterman delivers the 3-1 pitch and a good cut. It was a fastball. He challenged him, could not catch it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You knew 3-1 he was going to get a pitch to hit.
Yeah, and I think Rochford knew that too and was trying to tie the game right there.
3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 fastball. Caught looking on the outside is Rochford. It is strikeout number 10 recorded by Mutterman, and a big out number 1. Our official gave it a good look and called the strike there.
Yeah, huge out there for Keyhigh and Mutterman.
So 1 out, and that brings up now here Kyler Cole. Cole is 0 for 2. He has popped out twice in this game. Popped out to short and popped out to second. And they look to bunt. He fakes it. They're sending Stagger. Here's the throw to second base, and he slides in. He's out. Throwing out, trying to steal his Stagger. The ball, 1 hop to the right side of the bag. The second baseman, Trundle, covering the bag, caught it, lays the tag down. Stagger out, trying to steal for out number 2.
Yeah, good throw by Cota and a great catching tag there by the second baseman.
So the Vikings decided to gamble, and they squared to bunt in Kyler Cole, and he did not come up with it. Well, the Vikings have played like this all year, so that's what they've been, an aggressive team when they've had the chance, and they were trying to at least try to pick up 1 here if they could in the 6th inning.
I think that was the plan.
And 0-1, Cole took it for a strike. 0-1 pitch, and he fouls that one up against the backstop. Count goes to 0-2. But now there's 2 outs here in the 6th inning. So the Vikings have only had 4 batters reach all day today, and only 1 hit. And 0-2 is the count to Cole. The 0-2 pitch, fastball swinging right through it is Kyler Cole. 11th strikeout by Mutterman. The ball dropped by Cota. They'll record the strikeout at first base. Either way, the Vikings go down in order. No runs, no hits. They leave nobody. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0 Keyhigh.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated Neat, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. Neat also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0. Keyhigh in the lead. They'll send up Cameron Lynn, Braden Darling, Trey Cota. That will be 4, 5, and 6 in the Keyhigh lineup. Keyhigh, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Edco, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Been a well-played ball game. Now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lind is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim hit by a pitch, and he lopes that ball over and making the play is Caden Cole. Looked like it was going to go over his head, but he snatches it out of the air. Great leap by Caden Cole. Lind robbed of extra bases down the line, and it's out number 1 here in the 6th.
Yeah, great play by third baseman, showing his ups there.
We have seen a couple of great defensive plays by Edco in this game. Braden Darling is now up to bat. Turned back from the inside pitch there for a ball. The count is 1-0. Darling bounced out to second, safe on the fielder's choice. Edco tried to hold serve here, and they'll get to the top of the 7th inning and bring up 4, 5, and 6 in Caden Cole, Bennett Stagger, and Cooper Ingalls. Here's a ball that's roped into center field, and it's going to fall in there for a base hit. Darling blooped it past second base. That is the 3rd hit for the Hawks, and a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Darling, just taking it right back up the middle.
And that brings up, once again, Trey Cota. Cota is 0 for 2, the lone left-handed bat for either team in this game so far. Cota, a strikeout victim twice. 1 out. Rochford, who works exclusively from the stretch, steps off, throws to first base, but back in there safe is Darling. Darling certainly a threat to go for Keyhigh as well. Darling, stolen base-wise, 7 of 7. And we mentioned they have 108 steals on the season, so they are an aggressive team on the base paths. Been thrown out 20 times. That's a little staggering.
Yeah, that's they run a lot. You're going to get caught sometimes.
Throw back to first base. Back in there easily at first base is Darling, as Rochford has just stepped off. And again, that's just to let you know I'm thinking about you, but he hasn't had that great pickoff move yet. There's a curveball, fouled up the first base line, and the count goes to 0-1. You don't see that set move from Rochford yet, that you're able to just kind of turn. And that takes a lot of practice to be able to turn that foot when you're inside the mound there. You're making contact with the mound, but at the pickoff move to first base, got to be quick. 0-1 is the count, and he steps off again, and back in there easily at first base is Darling. So even if somebody's leaning, by the time you step off the mound to throw to first base, it just takes that much time.
Yeah, they're just making Darling know that he can throw over there.
0-1 curveball, bouncing ball up the first base line, and it's into foul territory. We'll do it again with the count 0-2. Darling, by the way, was off and running on that pitch.
Yeah, I think sometimes you give him the bad move to try and get him with the good move sometimes.
So 0-2 is now the count. An update from Cascade. They are continuing to bat in the 2nd inning and lead 6-0 over Clayton Ridge. So Cascade, which had a state tournament team a year ago below 500 this year, they've had a strange season. But still, it's Cascade. 0-2 pitch, fouled over to the backstop. The count remains at 0-2. Figure that they'll make some noise in the postseason. They have Beckman and Cascade in the same sub-state area this year. On this side, South Wind and Keyhigh are many considered to be a future matchup. Off and running is Darling. Here's the throw from Oberbrockling. It's not in time. Darling able to slide in. The ball scoots into center field. But again, Stagger doing a good job backing things up. Darling taking a pitch as Cota for a ball. The count 1-2, and he moves into scoring position.
Yep, good job by Darling, getting a good jump there and stealing second base.
So 1-2 is now the count to Trey Cota, I'm sorry. And here is now the 1-2 pitch inside. Count goes to 2-2. We'll get to a pitch count total here on Rochford, but I think he's good, and you're not worried about Tuesday night right now.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 breaking ball that stayed upstairs. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Had to work the last couple of innings pitch-wise. Keyhigh's been more patient at the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. It is ball number 4. Now it ends up in the strike zone, but it broke across the strike zone high. So that is the 4th walk issued by Rochford. 1 out. There's runners on second and first, and Andrew Colesrud is up to bat. Colesrud walked, scored the first run in the ball game, and then bounced back to the mound his last at-bat.
So he was at 74 pitches coming into the 6th inning.
So he's in great shape to finish this out. Breaking ball that's called a strike. It's that high pitch, but it's been there all night long. It's a strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
I think Colesrud knew it, too. He tried to duck under it, but that's not going to work too often.
And the 0-1 pitch inside and able to raise up the shoulders, but called a strike anyway, is Colesrud. He thought it was too far inside, but catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-2. Rochford could really help himself out with a strikeout right now. 0-2 is the count. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Fastball inside, and it's scooped by the catcher, Oberbrockling. That's going to be a pass ball, and Darling moves to third. Cota goes to second base. So now there's runners on second and third in 1 out, and you need a strikeout here because if the ball is put into play, and the Keyhigh is going to be sending guys.
Yeah, it's kind of do or die time here for Edco.
Edco stays back defensively here. And 1-2 is now the count. 1-2 curveball and reaching out for it and slamming it into center field is going to be Colesrud. Reached out for the pick. That's going to drive in 2. Darling scores. Kona waved around. He'll score as the throw goes down into the plate. And going into second base is Colesrud. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs, and Keyhigh puts together a rally here. A crooked number on the board. They lead 4-0 here in the 6th.
Yep, good piece of hitting by Colesrud. Again, just chopping it over the shortstop's head for a base hit.
That was not a bad pitch. The count 1-2 by Rochford.
Yeah, Colesrud was out on his front foot. Rochford did a nice job. Colesrud just happened to put it where they weren't.
Tanner Trundle lays down a bunt. Rochford comes off the mound, gets it. Here's the long throw across the diamond. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Kyler Cole. And I think Trundle had it beat out anyway. He bunted, but the third baseman staying back with that runner at second base there. Again, putting pressure on, and time taken by Coach Hammond now here for the Vikings to go talk to the Rochford boy on the mound.
Yeah, I think that was a bunt base hit. He saw that the third baseman was playing deep and just put it down that third base line and beat it out.
Keyhigh had 2 hits coming into this inning. They have 3 hits right now. And I think Coach Hammond, just a quick, short conversation saying, hey, stay in there. Just keep on battling for us. You're doing your job.
Yep, yeah, and he is. Rochford's pitching a heck of a game here, and he's continuing to. So just probably think he wanted to check on him, make sure he's okay, and fight till the end here.
Dalton Mutterman is up to bat. Mutterman had a suicide squeeze RBI, walked and scored. So he's been a factor in 2 of the 4 runs for the Hawks. The number 9 hitter looks to bunt again, pushes it right back to the mound, but Rochford goes to third base, bare hands it, and the ball gets by the third baseman, Caden Cole. It was a low throw as Rochford heading that direction, threw it at, never got a chance to really square up. The throw pulls the third baseman Cole off the bag, it goes by him, and the base is now loaded on the first error of this game.
Yeah, I think just went a little bit quicker than he needed to. He probably had time to set and make a stronger throw, and he just trying to hurry a little bit too much.
So again, here's up to bat. Once again, the top of the lineup and Droppy. Infield's in. It's a base hit. It's into center field. That'll score 2. Colesrud scores. Trundle waving around from second. He'll score. It's a base hit. The third RBI driven in by Droppy, and the Vikings here now down 6-0.
Yeah, Keyhigh's kind of opened the floodgates here in the this inning, bottom of the 6th inning.
And again, the bottom of the lineup, 5 through 9, all reaching base, and 4 of them have scored so far.
Yeah, bottom of the order doing a really nice job for Keyhigh.
And the runners on second and first, you have Mutterman at second, Droppy at first base, and now a pitching change for Edco. Caleb Droppy, by the way, 2 for 4 in this ball game with 3 RBIs from the leadoff spot. Pitching change for the Vikings. Caden Cole coming in. We'll tell you about it when we return.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right, 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
So a pitching change for Edgewood Colesburg, as it will be Caden Cole coming in to pitch. Rochford, I believe here, will go to third base, so they're just going to switch positions. Caden Cole coming in. Rochford goes 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, walked 4, struck out 3, and it was a 2-0 ball game till Keyhigh has erupted here for 4 runs in the 6th inning. And now the fourth time through the lineup, the Hawks putting the ball into play. Third and fourth time. Third for the bottom of the part of the lineup.
Yeah, and Rochford pitched a heck of a game. I think maybe just gotten a little bit of tired here in the later innings.
So it will be, once again, Caden Cole coming in. Caden Cole pitching-wise this year, 1-4, 39 innings, 34 hits, 21 earned runs, walked 26 and struck out 47. But he is a senior, and his job is to get 2 outs here. He's got a lively arm, fastball outside. The count is 1-0. Still 2 on for Keyhigh and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. But this whole inning started with 1 out as Darling singled, and that started the Hawks here just moving around the bases. Here's a bouncing ball off the end of the bat, fielded by Cole. He'll go to third base. Rochford puts the tag there, and he's called on at third base. It was a force out. I think Rochford was on the bag anyway, but sliding into the tag at third base was Mutterman. He's out there for the second out, and it's out number 2. Coda safe on the fielder's choice. Droppy advances to second.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Rochford tried to put the tag, but I think his foot was touching the base, and that was a force out anyway.
So that will bring up now Carter Seitz, who is the 9th Hawk to bat here in this 6th inning. This is the first time that the Hawks have really gotten their offense going in this game, as they were kept off balance for the first 5+ innings. So once again, Seitz is 1 for 3, bounced out to second, doubled, and hits a bouncing ball to Rochford. He'll field it, step on the bag for the third out of the inning, and Caden Cole does his job. By the way, I should mention that Seitz had also flown out to right field along with bouncing out to second. But for the Hawks, 4 runs in the inning. They do it on 4 hits. They leave 2. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Vikings down 6-0.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by KAR Auto Group. Top of the 7th inning, Vikings down 6-0 after the Hawks opening things up in the bottom of the 6th inning with 4 runs. They send 9 to the plate. Top of the 7th inning, it'll be Caden Cole, Bennett Stagger, and Cooper Engels. Cole, 0 for 2, flew out to left field and struck out back in the 4th inning. Did a good job coming in and getting the final 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, he did. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
We have a final score. Waukon defeating Postville 4-0. Game effort by the Pirates tonight. Waukon wins 4-0. Fastball to Cole, fouls it out of play. The count is 0-1. So the matchup is set Monday night. We'll be in, or Tuesday night, I should say. We'll be in Monona. And the 5 o'clock matchup will be Waukon and Starmont. And the 7 o'clock matchup, MFL Marmac and Denver. Denver won 11-1 over North Fayette Valley. 0-1 pitch, curveball to Caden Cole, and it's outside. The count is 1-0. We have a new pitcher in for the Hawks.
Yeah, Jordan Coda, I believe, correct?
Yes. You're correct. Jordan Coda becomes the 3rd pitcher of the night. So Coda, 1-1 pitch, fastball downstairs, count goes to 2-1.
And then I think Dalton Mutterman is catching now, so they just swap positions.
They've just been dropping and Mutterman just kind of flipping all around. We'll get you the pitching line here in just a bit for Coda this year. 2 balls and a strike, and the 2-1 offering, fastball low. The count goes to 3-1. So Jordan Coda, 2-2, only thrown 17 innings this year, 11 hits, 1 earned run though, and has walked 4 but struck out 20. So he's got an impressive ERA of .40.
I think they may kind of use him as their closer.
So 3-1 is the count. Fastball that is high. It is ball number 4. So a leadoff walk issued here Vikings have just one hit. That was a leadoff single by Jack Stagger. They don't have a hit since then.
Yeah,
They've had a few base runners.
Yeah. We thought, leadoff hitter gets a base hit. We thought we might see a few more, but just haven't.
And Mutterman ends up throwing 5 innings. And the kid's got an arm because you mentioned he's back catching now. So pitch-wise, he's not worried at all. Fastball outside to Bennett Stagger. Stagger 0 for 2, a strikeout victim. Twice in this game, he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, and shortstop before that, he played an inning. So, yeah, he definitely has a lively arm.
Mutterman went 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody, and struck out 11 in his 5 innings, which were the first 4. And then he threw the 6th inning as Droppy came in and threw the 5th. 1-0 pitch, high fastball, and trying to get to that pitch with Stagger. Eye level, couldn't get to it, and the count 1-1.
Yeah, Coach Hammond's down there at third base saying lay off those high ones.
So Trey Cota is the 3rd pitcher of the night. And the 1-1 pitch swings right through it, and the count is 1-2. Jordan Cota, by the way, has 1 save on the season. As a team, Keyhigh has 4 saves at the season. So 1-2 is now the count. But they should be in great shape pitching-wise for Tuesday night. 1-2 pitch, checking the swing inside is Stagger. They look down to first base, but again, the Vikings base-to-base here. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fast ball game tonight. We have not even played 90 minutes yet, and we are in the top of the 7th inning. Not bad for us that have to travel. 2-2 pitch. Here's a bouncing ball. Slow roller. Third baseman charges it. Lynn barehands it. The throw to first, and able to beat it out is Stagger. The ball gets by the first baseman, Darling. Advancing to third will be Caden Cole. Safe with an infield hit is Stagger. There's runners on the corners, and nobody out here for the Vikings in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, they've got something working here a little bit with the middle of their order.
So that brings up now here Cooper Ingalls. So the Vikings down by 6, trying to get something going here in the top of the 7th inning. In a ball game that even 6-0, the game was a lot closer than what the score is right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Rochford did an outstanding job for 5+ innings, and then Keyhigh just kind of broke through a little bit in the bottom of that 6th inning.
I have Keyhigh in this ball game with a total of 6 hits in this game. And that brings up once again here Cooper Ingalls, as we mentioned. Ingalls 0 for 2. Fastball there for a strike. The count is 0-1. So runners on the corners for the Vikings. They'd love to get a score here. Try to work their way back with a little luck. Get the bottom of the lineup to get a rally going here and try to get to the top of the lineup if you can.
Yeah, if they can turn this lineup over, you never know.
0-1 pitch, fastball, and scoots by the catcher just a step, but a late break at first base from Stagger, so he'll scamper on back to the bag. He did not get a good read on it because it happened towards the third base side, and he was shielded by the catcher. 1-1 is the count to Cooper Ingalls. A strikeout victim and bounced out to short. 1-1 pitch, fastball that is high. Count goes to 2-1. One thing that we've noticed from Jordan Cota so far, he's missed high.
Yep. Cooper Ingalls listening to Coach Hammond and laying off that high one there.
2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 fastball, brings it down, but it's slow below the knees, and the count goes to 3-1. So, 3 balls and a strike. Runners on the corners. Ingalls, the number 6 hitter in the lineup. 3-1. Let's see if he's got the green light. He's taken all the way, but it's ball 4 anyway. It is inside, and the bases are loaded for Edco now. Second walk of the inning issued there by Cota, and that will bring up Brady Time, but we've got time taken here by Coach Moss for Keyhigh to head on out to the mound.
Yeah, Cota's just struggling to find the strike zone here, and you wonder if Coach Moss is going to make another change.
And you don't want the Vikings to all of a sudden strap together a couple of hits, and that 6-0 deficit can go away in a hurry.
Yeah, especially if they could somehow turn this lineup over and get to the top. Then you're really playing with fire.
Yep, you're up to 7, 8, 9 spots right now. So if one of them reaches base, you get to the top of the lineup. There's nobody out here, and the base is loaded for the Vikings in the top of the 7th inning. They've been patient at the plate, having some quality at-bats here in the 7th.
Absolutely.
And time taken by Coach Moss, and they are going to leave Jordan Cota in the ballgame right now. They brought in the infield. And I think this is just to settle down Jordan Cota because they need strikes from him right now. That's it, especially 7, 8, 9 in the lineup.
That's probably was his message. We got the bottom of the order here. Just throw strikes. Trust your defense.
I think I'm calling number 1.
Yep.
He throws relatively hard. I'm calling number 1 until he starts to control that strike zone. So Brady Tyne is up to bat. Fastball, bouncing ball right side of the infield. That'll score a run, and it's off the hands of Deering. Darling, I should say, as it took a wicked hop up on him and air charged on the play. A run scores, and the base is still loaded. Brady Tyne, who was 0 for 1, put the ball into play, and what happened is that late second hop ended up eating up Darling at first.
Yeah, I think some weird topspin on that. Yeah, nasty hop, and Vikings really got something working here now.
So it's an error, but it's still an RBI for Tyne because he drove in the run, and Carter Oberbrockling is up to bat. It's now 6-1, and again, the Vikings have the bases loaded here. Coach Hammond took time to go have a conversation with the base official, and now the base official coming out here to have a conversation with our home plate umpire. And maybe looking for some obstruction call, interference call, perhaps?
That's my guess, because, yeah, they talked it over and then gave the no interference signal there.
So Carter Oberbrockling is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim, safe on a fielder's choice. And you've got a chance to get to the top of the lineup here with nobody out. And there's a fastball for a strike. The count is 0-1. So Edco's bottom of the lineup, which struggled its first at-bats in this game, have done a better job now putting the ball into play. 0-1 pitch, it's outside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike.
Yeah, they've been patient, putting the ball in play, and doing a nice job.
1-1 pitch from Jordan Cota. Fastball fouled up against the backstop by Oberbrockling. Oberbrockling is not one of those young kids at the lineup spot for Edco. He is a senior, I believe. And, yes, he is. A ball and 2 strikes is the count. So here is now the 1-2 pitch from Cota. 1-2 fastball caught looking on the outside is Oberbrockling. It's strikeout number 1 for Cota in relief. And it's out number 1 here in the 7th inning. The bases continue to be loaded.
Yeah, big strikeout there for Cota.
Staggers at third. You have Ingalls at second, Tyne at first base, and Carter Knipper is the number 9 hitter up here for the Vikings. And bases loaded. Here's a fastball high. The count is 1-0. If you score another run and you get to the 2 spot in the lineup, that would be Price Rochford.
Yep, and that could be a tight ball game with one swing.
1-0 taking all the way is Knipper, and the count goes to a ball and a strike as Cota has loaded up on fastballs here, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 offering, another fastball and a good cut by the youngster Knipper, can't get to it, and it goes now here to a ball and 2 strikes. Knipper, an 8th grader. Welcome to the big leagues. Bases are loaded. You're up to bat in the top of the 7th inning. 1-2 is the count to Cota, or from Cota. So Knipper, who has struck out twice in this game, looking to put the ball into play. Battles way back. 1-2 fastball, takes a called strike 3. Caught looking at a fastball at the knees. Back-to-back Ks by Cota, and with 2 outs, the bases loaded. Jack Stagger is up to bat. Stagger, the leadoff hitter, singled in the first, popped out in the 3rd, and walked in the 6th. So Stagger's 1 for 2, and he's been on base twice in this game for the Vikings.
He's done a really nice job at the plate tonight.
He reaches and a run scores. The tying run comes to the plate. So right now, Cota wants it to end it. And fastball inside, dancing out of the way is Stagger. The count goes to 1-0. Cota would just as soon end it right here.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to face Rochford.
1-0 is the count. 1-0 high fastball there, and the count goes to 2-0. So the Vikings trailed 2-0 into the 6th. Keyhigh broke it open with 4 in the 6th, at least some breathing room, which now is just huge. And 2-0, the count to Stagger. 2-0 fastball. Stagger was aggressive, went after it, and he's a good hitter. He's got the green light, fouls it back, and the count 2-1.
Yeah, he's not up there just trying to get a walk. He's a good hitter too, so we could see a extra bases out of him as well.
2 balls and a strike. Cota quickly works. Here's now the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, bouncing ball right side of the infield to Darling. He stays down on it, steps on the bag for the 3rd out of the inning, and that does it for the Vikings. Vikings rally, but they leave the bases loaded in the top of the 7th inning. They pick up a run. They do it on 1 hit, and they leave the bases loaded. And the game now over. It is Keyhigh advancing into round number 2. A game effort tonight from Edco, but Keyhigh wins by a final score of 6-1. They improved to 25-10 on the season. Edco closes the season 5-18. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school baseball from KCTN Sports.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Oldwine. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Adverse Weather Insurance. Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent. Welcome back to New Albin. Our score once again 6-1. It is Keyhigh advancing, and Keyhigh takes on Turkey Valley Tuesday night here in New Albin at 7 o'clock. Turkey Valley advanced earlier, beating Riceville by a final score of 8-3. Keyhigh victorious 6-1 for the Hawks in this ball game. 6 runs, 6 hits. They committed 1 error. For Edco, 1 run in this ball game. They had total of 2 hits and committed 1 error. Winning pitcher is Mutterman once again for Keyhigh. Dalton Mutterman went 5 innings, went the first 4, then actually through the 6th inning. He allowed 1 hit, no runs, walking nobody, and struck out 11. And then you had Droppy coming in, Caleb Droppy, who went 1 inning, no hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1. And then Jordan Cota finished, going 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 2. Price Rochford takes the loss for Edco, but a great effort. Ran into trouble finally in the bottom of the 6th inning, but Rochford went 5 1/3. 3rd inning, 6 hits, 6 runs, walked 4, struck out 3, and then Caden Cole, a senior, came in and finished things off, going 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, walking nobody, and striking out nobody. But again, Edco got the performance they needed out of the mound from Price Rochford. Let's start there.
Yeah, he pitched great for 5 1/3, and then Keyhigh just finally kind of maybe wore him down a little bit. You know, it's possible he got a little tired there. They still weren't, hitting rockets off of him or anything, but they're getting some base hits off of him, and Keyhigh just doing what they do. And the bottom of their order came through big time for Keyhigh as well.
Let's go to the totals now. First off for the Hawks. Again, 6 runs, 6 hits in this ball game. Caleb Droppy was 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. He had the big hit, which ended up huge in the top of the 6th inning, which he drove in 2.
Yeah, great hitting by Droppy at the leadoff spot.
Jordan Cota 0 for 3. Carter Seitz was 1 for 4 with a double. Cameron Lind 0 for 2. Braden Darling was 1 for 3, scored a run. Trey Cota was 0 for 2, scored a run. Andrew Colesrud was 1 for 2, scored 2 runs in this ball game. Tanner Trundle was 1 for 2 with a run scored. And Dalton Mutterman was 0 for 1, but reached base twice. Had a suicide squeeze for an RBI. It also scored a run for Keyhigh. Again, 6 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error committed for the Hawks. For the Vikings, once again, just 1 run on 2 hits. Factor in this ball game was the fact that Edco struck out 14 times in this game.
Yeah, they had a stretch where they had, I think 5-6 straight strikeouts. Yeah, that really hurt them. The bottom of the lineup got better for Edco, but the first time through, they really struggled.
Here's the totals for Edco. Jack Stagger 1 for 3. Started the game out with a base hit. That would be their only base hit till the 7th inning. Price Rochford was 0 for 3. Kyler Cole 0 for 3. Caden Cole was 0 for 2. Scored the lone Viking run. Bennett Stagger was 1 for 3. Cooper Engels was 0 for 2. Brady Tyne was 0 for 2, but drove in a run. He was safe on an error. Carter Oberbrockling 0 for 3. And Carter Knipper 0 for 3. Again, 1 run, just 2 hits for Edco in this ball game. They committed 1 error. Made the plays they really had to defensively to stay into this ball game, and they were in this till, as it turns out, even the top of the 7th inning as they loaded the bases.
Yeah, that even got interesting there in the 7th inning. But, yeah, Edco played well. Keyhigh bats just a little bit too much for him in that 1 inning.
So 6-1 the final score. Keyhigh victorious. We'll take a break. We'll be joined by Hawks coach, once again, Jim Moss, and Edco coach Aaron Hamann when our postgame show gets underway after this.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection. Alameda Clayton REC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Edco Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. And Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. You're listening to the Boys District Baseball Tournament on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. Welcome back to New Albin. Postgame show continues. 6-1 our final score. Keyhigh victorious over Edco. We're joined by Edco baseball coach Aaron Hamann. Coach, first off here, let's start on the mound. This is what you guys wanted. Be in the later stages of this game and have an opportunity. Price Rochford gave you the opportunity here getting into the 6th inning.
He did. He did a nice job on the hill, and after he gave up that hit, gave up a couple runs there in that 6th inning, I went out and talked to him. He goes, I feel fine. I'm good. And, a couple errors and a couple hits again, and we give up more runs that we probably wanted to. But, we've had those innings all year long where we have a short letdown. Otherwise it's a 2-0 ball game. And in all honesty, we probably should have scored a run a little earlier, and we didn't. So a 2-0 ball game going into the 6th inning. give up that big inning, but they fought back. That's the big part.
I think that is in the top of the 7th inning, gave yourselves an opportunity to get back in the game.
Absolutely. We had 4, 5, 6. We had senior. They got on, and the guys behind them battled. We had another senior come up to bat, came up a little short, an 8th grader, but he battled. Jack Steger there had a great at bat, and just wasn't enough. And I know Price Rochford was standing on the index circle saying, give me a chance. But I can't fault the guys. They battled, and it's something that we haven't always done all year long, and I give them kudos.
All right. You did have an error in this ball game, which, again, you can live with. But that being said, you guys made a couple of defensive plays in this ball game. Steger in center field, Caden Cole at third base with a couple of nice defensive plays.
Well, it started out, that play out in center, and I think Bennett kind of misjudged that. He took a step in and had to kind of go over his head and laid out for it. Made a wonderful play, and Caden Cole at third base kind of caught that line drive on the way down. Thought it was coming a little faster than it was, but made a tremendous play. And even 8th grader Carter Knipper at second made 2 really nice plays. Cooper Ingalls, a senior out and right, made a nice catch. So good defense all the way around.
All right, but obviously you guys have had offensive struggles much of the year.
We have, and it's been strikeouts most of the year. That's been the biggest thing. So I was glad to see them at least put the ball in play. Like I said, Jack Steger, that I think that second to last at bat for him, had a nice long at-bat. It was like 10, 12 pitches. It was a great at-bat. Shows some growth out of that 8th grader. He's going to be a good one down the road. But putting the ball in play and then being patient at the plate there in that 7th inning, give us a chance.
All right, tell me about your seniors.
I got 4 seniors. Caden Cole, he's been a cage rat for me. He's in there all the time, working on his swing, working on pitching. I think he's been in there more than I've probably been in there, and it really showed the second half. He's batting maybe 150 to start the year, came on strong, had batting close to 500, had a home run at Springville. Just a phenomenal year, did a nice job on the mound for us. Cooper Ingalls missed out last year, had some issues, wasn't on the field much. He was in right field for every game this year, did a nice job. Struggled with the stick a little bit, but against Prince of Peace had a walk-off hit, which was huge for the senior there. Bennett Steger had a nice year. A couple years ago he decided he didn't want to play baseball, came back out, and had a great senior season this year to go on top of his junior season. A staple for us out in the outfield, did a nice job of filling in center when Price pitched, but in left field he had a number of catches like he had tonight, which was just a phenomenal thing for him. And then Carter Overbrockling's been behind the dish for most of his career. Stepped away one year, wanted to play some shortstop, and he goes, I miss the catcher too much, and threw some guys out. I think he threw out 8, 9 guys this year. Did a nice job just catching our whole battery, and so those are big shoes for guys who really, we're going to have to fill their shoes next year, and it's not going to be easy, but I think these young guys are hungry and ready to build upon this and improve upon this. It wasn't the success that they wanted to see.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck to you guys. We'll talk to you in football season, but we'll also catch up with you next year.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dan.
Head baseball coach Aaron Hamann and his Viking team. A quick break. We'll be joined by Coach Jim Moss of Keyhigh right after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo.
How you doing, Coach?
Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Welcome back to New Albin. Post-game show continues. We're joined by Keyhigh baseball coach Jim Moss. Coach, first off here, I want to talk about the pitching decisions in this ballgame. Mutterman was so good for you for the first 4 innings. Then you went to Droppy in the 5th and then back to Mutterman in the 6th. Describe.
Yeah, what we were trying to do is keep Droppy or keep Mud under 65 to have him available for Tuesday, and we just weren't doing anything offensively. So we went to Droppy, the bottom of their order, hoping that he could do the job, and he did for an inning. We went back to Mud. And then they really battled offensively the next inning, so Mud had to work. He went over the 65 to be available on Tuesday, but that was our thinking, is hopefully one of these innings we'd break it open and still have him available for Tuesday. It didn't happen, and give Edco credit for for battling there.
All right, in the 6th inning, obviously you guys were able to break through there, and it was the bottom of the lineup that really led the charge.
Yeah, and that's really happened the last couple of weeks. It's everybody in the lineup. Our bottom has had some big hits for us. We like to put pressure on defenses and bunt in certain situations, and if those are successful, the playbook's wide open. We like to put pressure on defenses, and if they don't make a play, then you make them pay.
All right, let's talk about the leadoff hitter, Caleb Droppy. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs for you. Let's start there.
Yeah, the reason he's leading off is because he has quality at bats. And the one F8 he had, he absolutely crushed it. The center fielder made just an absolutely great play out there. But he tattooed that ball, had quality at bats. Last game we had against Janesville, he was 0 for 4, and all 4 plate appearances were quality at bats. So having him in the leadoff spot as a senior, he's been big for us, and he was absolutely huge for us tonight.
All right, Dalton Mutterman, the number 9 hitter, reached base a couple of times for you there, had a suicide squeeze, also drove in a run.
Yeah, and that's what we expect out of Mudd. He's a number 9 hitter, but we want all of our 9 guys to produce, and he's a great bunter in a situation there where we could squeeze, and he got a good pitch to squeeze, and he put it in a great spot and drove in the run and almost got to first on that, but Rochford made a nice play off the mound there.
All right, you mentioned the ability to bunt. I mean, that's up and down the lineup, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll Cam is an all-state third baseman, and we'll bunt with him if we have to. 1 through 9, we'll bunt. We'll put pressure on defenses.
All right, now you get Turkey Valley on Tuesday night, and obviously you know them quite well.
Yeah, they're in our conference, and we see them a lot. We've seen them 3 times this year. We got to watch them play Riceville the game before, and their bats are coming alive a little bit, so it's not the same Turkey team that we saw earlier in the year, but I also feel like we've been swinging it a lot better too. So it'll be interesting to see who has the hotter bats on Tuesday.
Pitching-wise, what are you looking at?
We have everybody available but Mudd. We've been throwing a lot of guys. Mutterman and Coda are probably our 1 and 2, and those guys have been hurt most of the year, and other guys have stepped up and stepped in and done the job, and we feel confident, with everybody else. So I'm not gonna open the bag on that one and let all the listeners know. But we have a plan on how we're gonna attack Tuesday.
Well, it's good to have arms available, Coach. Good luck to you guys on Tuesday night. Good luck the rest of the postseason.
Thank you very much.
Key High baseball coach Jim Moss talking things over there about his Hawk team victorious 6-1. A quick break. We'll wrap things up from New Albany when the postgame show continues after this.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Post-game show continues 6-1. Final score, Edco victorious over Key High. Also tonight in Class 2A, Waukon defeated Postville. Final score there was 4-0. And also tonight, it was Denver beating North Fayette Valley by a final score of 11-1. Meanwhile, Cascade leads Clayton Ridge. That is 6-0, and that ball game is in the 5th inning. So Cascade appears to be on their way tonight over Clayton Ridge Central, by the way. That is 6-0 is the score of that ball game tonight. And as far as other scores, I believe we've got you covered there as far as the games we're following. Turkey Valley victorious earlier tonight, 8-3 over Riceville. Turkey Valley and Key High, as we mentioned, now play Tuesday night here in New Albany. I'm joined again by Coach Mike Sass. Let's start with Edco. Good effort tonight. Gave themselves an opportunity. It's all you can ask.
Yeah, I thought they played really well. Absolutely in it for 5+ innings. Just that 6th inning, things got away from them just a little bit, but they made it interesting in the 7th again as well.
And for Key High, offensively, getting better as the game has went on. They've gotten better offensively as the season has went on. They're fundamentally strong, and they've got good pitching. They're going to be a tough out.
They're going to be a tough out, yeah. And they get production up and down their lineup. It was, I think all the runs scored were from the 5 spot to the 9 spot tonight. So, you can't just focus on the top of their order. And like we said, they do things right defensively. They've got good arms. So they're going to be a tough out for sure.
All right, our next broadcast will be coming up on Monday night. We'll head over to the softball tournament. We'll be in Garnavillo, matinee affair. Clayton Ridge and Starmont playing in Garney. The on-deck show at 4:30, first pitch at 5 o'clock here on KCTN FM 100. And also, of course, Tuesday night, our broadcast is set. Doubleheader in Monona at 5 o'clock. Waukon takes on Starmont. At 7 o'clock, MFL Marmac plays Denver. Wednesday night, likely be in Colesburg as Edco awaits the winner of that ball game. That's where we're going to be because because Edco got a bye. And then Thursday, North Fayette Valley, Dubuque Waller. We'll keep you up to date. It's a crazy time of the year, but a good start tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna be busy, but it's a fun time of year.
All right, we'll see you Monday night, Coach.
Sounds good.
Again, our final score, it is Keyhi defeating Edco by a final score of 6-1. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks once again to Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. For a complete broadcast of tonight's ball game, you can click on our YouTube channel at KCTN FM 100 for the complete audio. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.